do.
intro,
I'm
bro.
good. Holmes.
Let's get it. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm always
Just
ready.
give me a second. I want to look at the topics real quick. Wait a second.
Okay. Wait a second.
This shit, bro.
I'm just gonna keep hitting it.
it.
Hold on. I got gunshot.
Good shot.
Trey
Oh,
goes
it just says.
Trey gonna look around his neighbor.
Bro,
Trey
we're
gonna
not
look around like this.
kind of establishment.
Hold on, I got drum roll bongos.
All right, okay, I'm ready.
No, that one black. That one's black.
I'm ready.
Do the applause.
That's
Okay,
empty
yeah.
black.
Okay. Oh my god. Ho, everyone. Merry Christmas. It's What's Up in the Minutes. Episode 9. We're getting Christmas out here. Mad jovial. You know how it is. Happy New Year and the like. This is the Christmas special of What's Up with the Minutes. Episode 9. We have invited a million billion niggas on this show today. A million billion.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna go around in a circle. Would everyone like to introduce themselves before we get into it?
Word Life, yeah, peace. Welcome back. Grand Mega Flowers, Master Quality God Allah. You guys know me from Secret House fame, also cultural ambassador for Ikebukuro Tokyo. Holding it down. I'm happy to be here. I got a little feedback. I hear a little weird stuff going on with some type of mic, but happy to join y'all and engage in conversation with two of the probably illest hip hop outlets around.
Word.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
Shout out
peace.
Tokyo. It is 9:52 at night, and that's why I'm drinking, because I'm an
You
alcoholic.
would be drinking if it was earlier than that, anyways.
Right.
Bro.
It's 7:52 and I'm drinking. I'm not really tripping.
Hey, let's go.
It's
See,
7
I knew I'll fuck
a.m.
with Q.
You know what? I'm finna
I
hit
knew
it.
I'll fuck with
I'm
Q.
finna hit it.
Time is a flat circle. I don't trip off that.
Cracks
What's
on
up,
the
y'all?
surface.
What's up, y'all? My name is Q. No rap name. Straight out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Shout out to Jersey. Shout out to New York. Shout out to all the homies. I make beats and I host the No Podcast Name podcast, where I interview beat makers and we talk about making beats and shit. And beyond all that, I'm just happy to be alive and happy to be on the pod. And I appreciate the invitation, man. For real, for real.
Shout out for being alive.
Shout out to being alive.
Shout out.
It's overrated.
A little bit. Just a bit. You're not all the way wrong.
All my heroes is gone, man. I don't know what to say about it, but yeah,
Come on.
shout out.
They chilling, man. They here forever. But no, that's my piece, man. Peace.
Don't worry, bro.
No, I am Dan O. Created Free Music Empire, and just influenced in the flow of stuff. A blogger who started a show that we into State of the Game and doing quite well. I mean, the James Gunn put out a list of his favorite hip hop songs, and I booked one of those people. Not only did I interview him, I booked him and paid him to perform. So that's exciting. I'm grateful, incredibly grateful to be here and to be.
So you basically know James Gunn.
Yeah, I'm getting it. My dream is to review music with James Gunn and John Cena. Just have that. Be like, all right, we're listening to SD Nack today. Let's talk about it.
I feel like
Shout
John
out to
Cena
John
would really
Cena.
fuck with SD Nack. I feel like their energies would collide in a good way. You know what I mean? Get
John Cena
back
got
on the
tracks
mic.
with Merce.
Yeah,
John Cena rocking with the Underground.
Yeah, I'm saying,
that's
get
great.
John Cena back on the back on the mic, and him and SD Nack could real make some magic, bro. I'm telling you.
He's one of the best
He's
white
got
men.
free time
He's
now
one of the best
too,
white
so.
men.
True say. Hello and hi.
Cena just retired.
Hey, Trey. Interrupt me,
nerd.
man. I'm trying to introduce
Hey,
myself and shit.
I'll say that for my portion. My
fuck you,
fault.
bro. Don't interrupt me, bro. This is my show, nigga.
Damn,
Let's get the A mic and start acting crazy.
It's seasonal, bro. We gotta get nuts out here, bro. All right, hello and hi. My name is Kosi. I'll be rapping, I'll be producing, I'll be hosting What's Up with the Minutes with my good friends Trey and Mega. She, her out here. We out here a little bit transgender. You know the vibes. That's it. We be doing the thing. I'm telling you. We're very excited to get into this episode with people who are really admire and value the time and space that they take up and create. You know what I'm saying? Dano's been an inspiration for me for a while. I've been binging Q's podcast recently because I saw you had an episode with WRC and I was like, wait a second. This nigga's locked in. I gotta get hip. I gotta understand what's going on. And now
That's
we
my
here,
man's
man.
now.
Dude, I'm telling you, yeah, that's my goat. That is my goat. Like, that was a really useful conversation for me. And you're having a lot of really great conversations for this community that weren't already in the zeitgeist. You know, there's a lot of interviews with producers when they come in and they just talk about their life story and shit. But you really get into the nitty gritty, and I appreciate that.
Thank you, sis. Appreciate you.
Yeah, no, we out here doing the thing. Useful hip hop conversations for the culture and shit. We are What's Up with. I am one of the members of What's Up with the Minutes.
You're What's Up. Wait, no, I'm What's Up. Y'all.
You're What's Up. Yeah, I'm minute 1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm minute 1. Mega's minute 2. We be standing back to back like this and shit.
Oh, it's like plug 1, plug 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or thing 1 and thing 2.
No, we ain't no thing.
Yeah, my fault.
Trey trying to objectify us.
Sounded racist.
Right. My turn.
Yeah, you go.
My name is Trey, aka Trey Does. I talk about music. I make music. I do the podcast with these niggas who hate me. I'm happy to finally link with. This is my first time speaking to Q in a official vocal audible format, so I'm excited about that.
Peace.
And we also got Dan and Kay. My first ever speaking, doing anything mic wise was on Free Music Empire for Slumber's album. It was me, Slumber, and Gavin. I was a novice back then, so I was sorry as fuck on the mic, but now
yeah, you was.
I'm a real deal. I'm a real deal podcaster now. So yeah,
made it to the Hip Hop Bootleggers League, bro. We out here.
Did you say the Hip Hop Niggas League, like the Negro
I said
League?
Bootleggers, bro.
Okay, my bad. Oh yeah,
you just be hearing
Brooklyn
nigga
Brown Bombers and shit.
You be hearing nigga whenever you can, bro. That's crazy.
That's PTSD, man. I just worry about people talking around me and shit.
What did you say the other time?
It do be like that. It do be like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I thought he said air nigga. I thought he was talking about Michael Jordan. He said air nigga. Air nigga. What is that? Air nigga.
Goodness.
Michael Jordan?
Wait, y'all said the same thing when I say Aaron Yeager. What's up with y'all?
Aaron Yeager? Yeager. Oh, that's hilarious.
That's
I finally
nigga,
heard what was being said.
That's air nigga, bro.
I finally actually heard what was being said. I thought I was.
I had a poet once who came up to me and said, "I hate the N word so much. I hate the word negotiate."
That's yo, man.
I don't understand about that.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. So I'm K Diggy. I'm with the Stay of the Game podcast, and I'm looking forward to this conversation today.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
So I just want to quickly introduce what What's Up with the Minutes is. You know, we are out here doing hip hop conversations about our favorite underground artists and shit like that. Every 2 weeks, me, Trey, and Mega, usually we bring our own topics and we discuss them. This time we've shifted the format a little bit because we have 3 podcasts being represented today, being What's Up with the Minutes, State of the Game, and no podcast name. That's right. I said those all right, yeah? Okay, cool.
Yep.
We have all
correct.
3 of those. Each one of our podcasts has chosen a topic. Today, What's Up with the Minutes? We've come together and decided not to my vote because I got outvoted because I wanted to talk about some real Christmas shit. But these people ain't about the Christmas spirit. So we're talking about some end of the year wrap up shit. So we're talking about the Dark Horse album of the year. Basically, it's an album that isn't likely to be in your top 10, but it's fantastic, a brilliant project that will be remembered well in the future as an underappreciated gem. We're gonna get into that. Dano and K Diggy have decided on their topic being who of the artists that we are inspired by, who are interested by, has taken the biggest creative leap in terms of where they are now in comparison to where they were last year. And then Q's topic is he saw a really fucked up top 10 rappers of the year list, and it's gone into this big old meta commentary on why we even do this list shit in a attention economy where you're constantly fighting for your attention, and people are going to obviously create lists for purposes that aren't true to the reason they formulated. You know what I'm saying? So that's where our mind's at this week. I've been informed that Kay has to leave a little early, right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so should we start with your topic then?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can.
go-
We can start them.
Oh wait,
Wait,
before
quick.
that,
Yeah,
Trey does. You take it away.
we
You
gotta
take it
plug.
away.
We gotta plug shit. We gotta plug shit. What's up with the minutes? We have a Patreon. We usually do an extra.
Let everybody.
topic.
Let's
We
plug
usually
everybody's
do the-
Patreon. Let's
I
plug
know.
everybody's
I
fan
got
base.
you. We plugging everybody shit. We gonna take turns. I got it. We the podcast.
I want to make no time for
Vanguard.
these niggas. I ain't getting no money off these cats.
Anyways, Patreon. We usually shout out the patrons, so that's what we're gonna do. Shout out Double May Swear, Alex Pennington, Nago, Stilo. Shout out Stilo. Shout out the Ox. We're gonna have them on soon. We got Outside House with the Go to Production, Zoom, Keith Rabb Analysis. Shout out Fick, Caden. We got Evan. We got Ronald Joy. We got Bleach. We got Dana, Free Music Empire. He's right here with us. That's crazy. And I guess we have a guy named Mega who's subscribed to the Patreon. I don't know. Yeah, I don't get it. I feel like we should remove him. But anyways, Q, Dan,
I'm gonna take all my money off that
anything?
motherfucking Patreon. I'm a $5 Patreon and shit. I give myself less than $5 a month off of this shit. Yo, Q, you see how these niggas be doing me? I'm not even talking about these niggas. I'm talking about Trey does specifically.
It be the
when
ones
you hear my
closest to you.
podcast, yo, I'm telling you, be your own people. I
Be
thought I
your
was good
own
with him.
people.
He's he the
Good
one
money.
be trying to tear me down all the time. Yeah.
Shit, it be your own people.
It
But
be
you know
your
what,
own
though?
people.
Shout out to everybody's Patreon and shout out to everybody that supports Patreon in general. I really appreciate it. That shit has been good to me.
Yeah.
Y'all got a Patreon, Q?
Yep, Q no rap, man.
I'm gonna join you. I'm gonna join you this month.
Appreciate
I'm
you,
already
brother.
in.
Yeah.
I'm already in.
Appreciate y'all.
Oh,
I'm gonna
shit.
put there's gonna be
Show
exclusive
off.
beats and shit in there too, and like some
Alright.
stuff like that. But yeah, we on that. Q no rap name on everything, and that, you know what I'm saying. Thank you.
Yep.
I appreciate
I'm on
that.
it. I'm on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing the exclusive beats on the Patreon shit recently as well. For everyone who's paying for the second tier of our Patreon, every second Sunday, Kosi Beats be coming out. You know, we be doing the thing, and we got early episodes in there as well. You know, what I mean, we out here doing the thing.
To add to that, when I might get bored and I might do like record like short little album reviews, so that might go on the second tier. So look out for that.
Oh shit!
Dan,
Yeah.
would you like to plug anything?
Yeah, just we have the Patreon, and there's like lots of good. What I'm gonna do with the Patreon, we're having a logo remix contest. The logo behind me was done by the expert. The expert's got a batch of them that are crazy.
The beat maker, the expert.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, tight. Shout out to him.
The expert came with some heat, so I've got a lot of really dope shit, and I'm gonna set up a meeting with me, Kay, and the Patreon where we just look at all the entries and decide how we feel about it, who's in the lead and all that, because there's four hundo at stake, you know.
$400
Yes,
American dollars.
Baller.
Any tax, or is it just the whole thing? You know, is that taxable income or not?
I
Oh,
don't.
it's taxable. It's supposed to be taxable. You don't
only
keep paying
if they
tax
know
on this
about
shit.
You got to declare it. You know what I mean? That's what
I've been in Japan for 14 years. I ain't paid American taxes, and I mean,
Ain't
You
you
know
going
what I
back to the
mean?
country soon?
Yeah, you're going back in like a few
They
days, huh?
finna apprehend Mega at the border, bro.
that's all right. Hopefully they mistake me as like a fucking Dominican or some shit, and they send me to one of
Venezuelan
these
migrant.
South American countries where the girls got big old booties, because you ain't got big booties out here.
Big old
Japan.
San Antonio
I
girls.
don't care. They put me on the bus. We send you to Brazil. I'll be like, oh
No!
We outside.
Oh,
We outside. We outside.
No, I'm about
Let's
to come
go.
back with all the STDs. G.
Come on.
Crazy.
I'm gonna lose weight. Y'all be like, what happened to Megan? He's like, oh yeah, he lost. I don't know what happened. It was
Yeah, we
skip
ain't
all the way
seen that guy
past
in a while.
HIV. It skipped past AIDS. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm too reckless. I'm
My
too crazy.
lord.
There's also
Yeah,
some
Christmas special, everyone.
He
man.
thought about this. Shout out Christmas.
Yeah.
Reason
All right,
for the season.
word. We're gonna get moving then, lads.
Let's get it.
Yep.
Okay. Dano, take it away.
All right, so let me get to the topic here, which really, by the way, this is the criteria for my yearly MVP, right? A lot of people tend to focus on who was the best rapper in the world, what was the best album in the world, to streamline it down. My whole thing is who took the biggest leap creatively and visibility wise in 2025, right? What artist grew into a space beyond where they've ever been and took a big leap, and that's kind of my focus. Who took the biggest positive jump? And my honorable mention for this is dropping today. My write up for the honorable mention, which I can read. It's Bruiser Wolf is my honorable mention of this category.
But not your actual choice.
No.
Okay.
I will declare my choice during the conversation. I
see.
Bruiser Wolf is a good shout because I've seen like people like getting into him for the first time, and they are surprisingly receptive to his music.
Yeah,
I feel like niggas online are like, "Ooh, why does he rap like that?" But like niggas be fucking with Bruiser Wolf, so love to see it.
Can I tell y'all a fucking Bruiser Wolf story? So I put on Bruiser Wolf for my wife the first time, right? She looks at me and sneers. And she's like, I know why you like this shit. And I'm like, what? What are you looking at me like this? She's like, this sounds like E40 if he was putting a kid to sleep in the other room.
That is hilarious as fuck, and you're not wrong.
Now that your wife had one of the greatest takes. I remember when you shared that, I was like, your wife has maybe better takes than all of us. Because that is poignant.
Yeah, no, we need it on the pod.
I was worried she was going to start calling him E30. You know what I mean? I was worried it was going to get really ugly. But
E1.5 or some shit. Like, he just go make that number smooth because he ain't yelling. Well, no, Bruiser Wolf is dope though. It's been one of those that honestly, I really see the creative growth because it's like I wasn't into Bruiser Wolf for a while, and I still wouldn't say that I'm hugely into his stuff, but like it used to be. I kind of when I was first hearing him, I thought of it more as like a kind of novelty thing rather than this is simply just how he has chosen to express himself. You know what I mean? And then when you hear his more like serious tracks topically, and he's still kind of rapping in this style and sense, it kind of like it brought it together to me, realizing that this is just how this nigga feels like is the like best vehicle for him to put himself forward. And I think with the speed he's been dropping that, and with the like the high profile people he's been dropping with, it's just really led him to be in a space where that sincerity, despite the kind of like out like huge character he has in his raps, that sincerity can really come through. Bruiser Wolf's dope. I still need to check that Harry Fraud joint. But good. I did like the stuff at Potluck I heard. Yeah, he's dope.
I'm not sure I tapped into the newest Bruiser Wolf shit this year, but his joint last year, My Stories Got Stories. I listened to it and I was like, you don't got a lot of stories to me. You know what I mean? Like you just saying a lot of stuff. And I'm a huge fan of Bruiser Wolf, so I'm guessing that you're saying that I don't know because I didn't listen to his newest work this year. I'm guessing you're saying that his visibility has jumped more than his creativity because he kind of always sits in the same lane of topical conversation. He's kind of like he's like a middle-aged pimp who's reformed in a way, but also talks about being his past self in a way, right?
Well,
Dano, it's like visibility is what you're talking about.
But the creative jump he made was not lyrically, right? Lyrically, you're right. He
sonically, it was a jump.
Yes, because this is the first time he's ever had one producer album, right? And as his visibility's gone up, his choices have opened up.
Okay.
So
I kind of
he's got.
Go ahead. I'm my bad.
You know what I mean? He's got decisions to make, and now we see Harry Fraud and how that mixes together, and Kevin Durant's shouting him out, and so now he's got a whole other set
That's
of
elite right there. You get an NBA shout out.
If you get Kevin Durant, I mean, not just an NBA shout out. That's Kevin Durant. That's
right.
Yeah, I did think of when I was thinking when we were discussing this topic. I did think a little bit about Bruiser Brigade because Fat Ray in his album with Black Milk this year also felt kind of like a jump in quality and a jump in like recognition to a degree. Like Black Milk, we all kind of value and champion him and have been since Dilla passed to a degree, and that album's also really solid too. So I kind of get where you're going, but I think I missed the Bruiser Wolf album and the whole trajectory to not really see it. But word, thank you.
He was also featuring all over the place. He was on Gollywog and like.
True,
that's right.
True.
He has been with Woods before too, right? Yeah.
Right. And so the thing to me about the visibility and all that, the creative jump, he has a really weird flow, a Shatner flow, right? That you would think doesn't fit everywhere, but somehow it does, and he's really good at switching it up and fitting into different songs. So I was just really impressed with that. The features, the 2 albums, the whole deal. But yeah,
He sound like Sugar Free to me more than E40, but I mean, I
Right.
love Sugar Free, so I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm with
yeah,
you.
yeah. I
I'm
love
with you.
Sugar Free.
Yeah.
That's the GOAT.
Yep.
So, who do you think made the biggest jump?
Are you asking me or who?
Yep.
Cole?
Mexico.
I'm sorry.
Mexico.
Oh, yeah,
Me?
bust it.
Oh, why would you throw it? Why would you throw it to me? Wait.
I mean,
wait,
I got it.
Because you,
know,
you, the,
okay,
you
yeah.
the first cutest person out of all of us.
Oh shit. Okay. I know. 'Cause I would say.
Come on, man.
I would say
Get
my
these
choice.
likes.
My choice. Even though I'm not even the biggest fan of the output of this person this year, but I think Mike is on a crazy. Like he just keeps on going up and up and up. And even like with Showbiz and Pinball 2 this year, I wasn't too big on those tracks. I wasn't too big on those albums. Pinball 2 especially was not a favorite of mine. But just seeing Mike consistently, even after such a career of boundary pushing music, continue to be like, where else can I go than where I'm at, is such a beautiful thing to me. And like he did that Tiny Desk. He just put out the deluxe album of Showbiz that has a Tiny Desk on the end of that. And that is a fantastic project. Like the way the band like covers his stuff is such a like refreshing take on these songs that have often been like really glitchy and harsh. Like I was listening to like if you do like a side by side comparison of Parks off of the original Tears of Joy to the joint that the version they did for the Tiny Desk, like only like the people he got together to create that vibe is just so fantastic. You know, you got Live the E in there. You got they got a talking drum in the side as well. Like the heights that Mike has reached as a result of the year that he has had is just been something like really marvelous to watch for me. I've been a fan of Mike for so long, and even after I'm like falling away from his music as such, I'm still seeing him reach these creative heights and keep pushing himself. And it's he's my choice for that personally, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I feel like Mike and Earl exist in like such an interesting space where like it like there's a lot of assumptions that they're just like in this like very strict niche, but like it's so weird how much crossover appeal they have while like also like doing their own thing and also being like very tapped in at the same time.
Yeah, I think with El Mike Mavi, like all three of those have always had more of an appeal than people like to pretend they do. You know, like Mavi went on a whole fucking world tour with like Jack Harlow. You know, that nigga can rock a crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like those people kind of try to box these niggas in as like crazy emotional like weird niggas, but like they can really rock a mic if they need to.
It's an interesting contrast against the people who are diehard like real hip hop fans that like B Dot, who places all of these other artists as being great and discounts them, but like they do have a tremendous level of crossover appeal, especially for the younger market. Their interpersonal rhymes, the oddness of it, the high quality production as well as writing, like they do have a tremendous level of crossover appeal. Maybe not necessarily towards the most pop cultural elements of mainstream, but like how much does Wale have a crossover appeal in that way? Like you're absolutely right. I agree with you. Mike, Earl, Mavi, even to probably a lesser degree than those two, but still like absolutely. Mike's fan base is one of the most ravenous fan bases. They love his music. They buy everything. They're at all the shows. They really are diehard for him, and that's a good take for in my opinion. Yeah, word life.
All right, K, you got one?
I mean, visibility. So, I mean, I think Cavalier is building a lot of momentum. I think
hold up.
Yeah.
I'm a Cavalier fucking nerd. Yeah, for sure. I'm with you.
Yeah, I mean, I think so it's Cavalier and Shea Noir. I think those two, to me, are on a trajectory to stardom.
I 100% hear it with I mean, I'm both obviously, but with Che, like I can definitely see that crossover appeal that we just kind of talked about forming. You know?
Yeah, she's like universally loved at this point.
Yeah, for sure. She got a
Her shit
shout
with
out from
love
Nas.
is amazing.
She got a
Her
shout
and
out from
Love, the
Nas, even though
jeans
he
are
don't like black
amazing.
women.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's lit. She's super lit. And wait, was it? You said it was the biggest creative leap
And in like
Just like
creativity and
visibility.
visibility. In a
of
little bit of both. It's
a
both.
little bit of both.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know.
I'm like I said before, it's really hard for me to say because it's hard for me to like really know what's going on. I just kind of like see what's going on around me. I can see who I think gets bigger, and then I'm like see other people get bigger, and I just see waves of things. But I think as far as that shit goes, both creatively and visibility wise, it's like it's about sustainability. And for that reason, I'm gonna say the homie Fatboy Sharif. Always. I'll always say that because I don't think anybody is out right now that's going to be doing crazier and crazier and crazier, progressively crazier shit every single time, both live and in the studio for the next several years.
Yeah.
Fatboy Sharif. Nobody's fucking with him, man.
I
Like, and
still,
shout out to the homies, like shout out Tyler Banks and shit. I feel like he's in a similar mode. And like,
Oh, yeah,
you know,
for
there's a lot of people like that's like
my
my,
picks.
you know, I'm like very, very biased with all of these picks, and I'm gonna continue to be because I'm like I just know what I see.
you
But
gotta be.
I watched I mean Sharif was at my house the other day, like recording vocals, and I was like, nobody can ever fuck with this dude no matter what. Bars, delivery, energy, and like as far as visibility is like, yeah, he could get the tiny desk if niggas weren't scared. You know what I mean? He would have the best tiny desk of anybody. So
He's-
like it's about who gets the look because that's a different skill set in itself. No disrespect to any of these people because they're obviously great. Like when you look at them right on the face, you're like, this is marketable, or like this is like fire. Like I understand why this is fire. But if we're talking about like creative leaps and bounds, if you haven't heard Goth Girl on the Enterprise, or if you have heard it, you would understand what I'm saying. Like that needs a tiny desk. This is the type of shit that's gonna go straight to the top of like creativity, and that's gonna get remembered.
Yeah,
to
for
me.
sure.
It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
that.
no, you go.
Go ahead, Co. I mean,
no, you go.
it's just that Sharif is such an outsider artist and doesn't have the classical appeal of traditional MC or the appearance of a traditional MC or the flow of a traditional MC. But if you're really tapped in, you understand that there is a really interesting and amazing level of creativity emerging. Like everything that Sharif does is strange and unique and pushing the genre forward in a way that has a callous disregard for the tropes and the things that are supposed to happen with good hip hop music. His off top premium freestyle to me
he murdered
is
that shit.
top 3 all time on that channel. And you know, Sharif is also a friend of Secret House. He's a friend of the show, and I'm a little bit disappointed in myself for not even putting him on my ledger because for me it's like it's one of the things about Sharif too. It's like a little bit overwhelming because there's a constant barrage of quality that it gets to the point even like Woods and his Backwoods releases like, okay, everything is good. Like how often do I have to tell everybody that everything is good? Like I'm not really here for that conversation all the time, despite valuing it in a
and
way
that's the thing,
above.
To me though, that's the whole point of like this is what I mean in terms of longevity. The conversation won't need to be had for like too long because like people like people who don't really pay attention are gonna come and go. People who are always paying attention are always gonna be there. And I think that like the conversation won't need to be had when the work speaks for itself, right? So when we're just looking at the work and we're not even trying to compare nothing or do nothing, it's like, yo, I got a back catalog of like crazy shit. I could listen to 10 albums that all sound different, that are all like, you know what I'm saying? And not just with Sharif, I'm talking about just in general, like all these people that we're mentioning. So it's like, that's why it's not even, I don't know. I don't really think it's as subjective as some people might think, because at the end of the day, there's going to be a wealth of catalog for you to sit there and actually listen to and actually be like, yo, this speaks completely for itself.
I got a thing to add to that, Q. You did a great job talking about like the creative presence of Sharif. What I keep thinking about is the ramifications of Sharif. Like,
yeah, I know about that.
I always say this with the Stooges, right?
Mm.
The Stooges were so influential that rock bands have a Stooges album.
Yeah.
And when they'll put out a Stooges album, it's their best album because the Stooges sound better than they did when they were their natural selves.
Yeah.
And that's starting to happen with Sharif. I'm starting to hear people's albums go, oh, this is your Sharif album.
Yo, yeah, you like, you took it all the way there. You know what I mean? The whole time he's been taking it there without like You know what I mean? He's like, yo, whether y'all like this shit or not, I'm going to make it. Like, whether it gets mass appeal or not, I'm going to make it. And when by the time you do catch up, it's like Rock Marciano, just completely different. It's like you don't have to understand this now because later on it'll be universally touted as like some of the most important shit, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, it's like Cannibal Ox in
Exactly
2000.
like
It's like
Cannibal Ox.
it's like
Right.
okay.
Yep.
They didn't get it
This
at
is
the
the
time. probably.
greatest. This is the greatest album. In 15 years from now, when Pitchfork's putting on their top 50 albums of the last 25 years or whatever, like people are going to be like, "Oh yeah, I've always loved Cannibal Ox," but we were there. We
Right.
remember.
You did not
guys
know
were
what time it
listening
was.
to the fucking clips and to Air Force Ones by Nelly and
Right.
Eminem's shit, and you didn't want to be a part of this, but it was always quality. And now that you've got some space from it and realize that music is beyond your particular narrow frame of reference, you
Talk about
realize
it.
something special was happening. Sharif is that guy. Sharif is one of the most uncanny, incredible artists out right now,
Yeah.
amongst a plethora of uncanny,
Yeah.
incredible artists.
For
You
sure.
cannot talk about Sharif the same way you talk about Mike and Earl and Mavi. Those guys have similarities that kind of allow you to draw distinctions and make ideas about what separates their music. With Fatboy Sharif, he's kind of a one of one. He's in the deck
on
of
an
cards.
island.
He's the Joker. He's the one that's like, what do you do with this card when you really want to play the game? What do you do with this card when you're playing the game? And Sharif
I say
is
that to say-
magical Negro.
That's like not so much even just to be like, yo, look, like the check this out, whatever I'm talking about. If you talk about trajectory and we're talking about creatively getting better all of the time, I think it's like objective. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Mike and shout out to Earl, like, because I just saw Earl live the other day. I'm like, man, this fool is like clearly on the trajectory. I love Earl, man. I love all these dudes.
They're all great.
Yeah, if we're gonna compare, it's like I don't know. Maybe I just been spending too much time around, bro. Shit, I don't know. But like I know what I see. You feel me? So like when I'm like, doing shows on the East Coast and all these East Coast rappers at like Another Planet and like all the homies are Kai Solo, like same shit. Like it's like so that's what I'm seeing. But I know when I was in the Bay, if I was still living in the Bay, I'd probably tell you somebody different.
Yeah, I mean,
you used to live in the Bay.
Yeah, San Francisco for 3 years.
Hey, okay.
That's when I met DiBiase and all them. Hell yeah,
Okay,
I love the
okay.
Bay.
And by the way, like if you want to understand how much impact Sharif has, find any of State of the Game's interviews with Lungs.
W plug.
And like no one speaks about the genius of Sharif like Lungs, Lone Sword.
Yeah.
Steve, those guys. Like
Shout
they
out the homies
love
for
Sharif
real.
and appreciate the strategist idiot, all that. So,
and don't get me started on Lungs, because I could talk about him in the same exact way. Like, you know what I mean? We all got it's, and I'm not even hating. I don't want it just to come across like hate, but like I feel like the same few names get brought up in every conversation. I be on Twitter, bro. I'm on the internet, so like I see what people talk about, and who people talk about. I'm like, yo, if y'all knew what Lungs was doing, like people think Lungs is like, oh, that one freestyle, like, yo, Carrot Teaser was fire.
The weird looking white boy.
Lungs got like 30 albums right now that'll fucking kill everybody once they drop. Like this fool going crazy, Feek's going crazy, Akai's going crazy, Wavy, all these people like One Shot Once and Drive By, like all Roper Williams, bro. Like all these people have so much shit going on that by the time it drops, it's gonna be like, oh shit, I hope everybody was keeping up the whole time.
For my show, some of the best engagement I get is for those artists that you just named. Like they're kind of such unchampioned artists within the larger space of hip hop kind of critique, even though they are some of the biggest names within the kind of biosphere of the best hip hop artists that are mentioned. Like you can't mention those guys. You can't mention Fatboy Sharif without mentioning Woods or Backwoods or Still Tip Dove or all these guys. But these guys, for whatever reason, seem to be absent from a lot of these year-end lists and a lot of the attention that these so-called like literate music media fans pay attention to. Like I don't even know like if a Fantano or a fucking I don't even know names like Professor Sky has done a Feekin' Lungs or Fatboy Sharif, but these are some of the best artists who are right there along the side with your Arm & Hammers that just seem to not get the credit for the same things that Arm & Hammer is champion for. So I'm with you. This is
because Arm Arm &
tremendous
Hammer is
pick.
the face of it, and shout out to Billy Woods and Backwoods just for even
Yeah.
being like, yo, I'm gonna make sure that I am the label and that I'm gonna push all of this shit forward so that when somebody has to represent it, it'll be me and it'll be
Yeah.
done correctly.
We got
So
like
shout out to
triple
Woods
diamond,
and
triple
shout
diamond
out
for that.
economics.
We're lucky for that. You're
you know what I'm saying? For sure. So, but it's then it's just like when you know they'll be like, oh yeah, I heard the feature on the Gollywog remix with August Fanon and like the Fat Boy verse and da da da. Like, yo, there's a reason that
Yeah,
Billy
Sharif
Woods is
was
calling these
insane on
people.
there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's a reason Billy Woods is calling
Yeah.
these people, and I was just talking to somebody about this the other day. They're like, "Yo, like a lot of people, like a lot of more casual listeners, respectfully, will listen to a whole project, see the features on it, and never check the features out. It's like, why do you think your favorite rapper decided
What?
to rap with this
Yeah.
person?
Exactly.
Go
Why do you
look
think-
into their shit.
Why do you
Like,
think Silk Money is not known despite being on No Name, on
Come
fucking
on.
Woods,
People
on
don't-
fucking
they're
Fly
like-
Anakin? Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool, but like that's a cool verse. Like, you don't think they got no more cool verses? You don't think this person got no more cool beats? Like,
It's
go,
different, man.
you can go a
We
little
don't-
further and just keep going. And that's with all due
If you-
respect to Woods and to all them people.
Well,
You feel what I'm saying?
That's the way that every single jazz fan has found out about the greatest jazz albums.
Straight up.
And
Yeah.
the jazz artists, they would get the album, they'd look at the players,
Right.
they turn around and be like, "Who is this motherfucker on the drums? Who is this person
Right.
on the trumpet? Oh,
Now I can look.
I'll buy that album." But
O'Reilly.
hip hop culture doesn't seem to work like that. When it comes to kind of the qualitative aspects of
Well, that's because people aren't
exactly who's
properly
putting shit down.
credited. People aren't
Right,
properly
right.
credited. If you
That's-
look,
yeah.
you can look at the front of a jazz album and see everybody that played on it, and that's why I'm
Yeah.
trying to do more like collective. And I'm trying to put our names inside of the artwork so that Spotify can't say or TuneCore can't be like, oh, sorry, you're not allowed to put the producer name in the title. First of all, fuck you.
That's
Second
some
of all,
bullshit.
it's on the second of all, it's on the fucking artwork. So when you look at it, you know who did this shit because we're all working together like a jazz band. I want engineers to start getting shouted out. I want all these people to start getting some fucking credit because otherwise we just think, oh, yo, it's no disrespect to these people. Anybody you want to name. It's like the new Alchemist record. Like, yeah, we love the Alchemist, man. We love Earl. We love Mavi. We love all these people, right? But like, if you just seen everybody that played on it like it was a jazz album, we could probably get a little bit further as far as that exposure. And then we could have that conversation more earnestly because we could know who was really pushing the shit forward and not the face of
How
what
many-
was getting pushed forward.
I just want to pause for a second and say, I fuck with this nigga Q, man. Q is
Oh,
on
man,
that.
I fuck with
This
all
is
y'all,
my
yo.
first. This is my first time rocking with it. But like the reason, I get cats be like, "Yo, you like jazz? Like what type of jazz you like?" It's like you love Billy Woods. You don't know Shabaka? Like come on. Like we'll figure it
Yeah.
out. We can figure it out together. But you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. And it looks like K Diggy took off.
He might have to go
Yeah,
to work. I don't
yeah.
know.
I gotta go to
Yeah.
work too. Not too long from now,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
right.
But I would say,
But word.
like,
Who's next then? Who's
Yeah,
next? And
who-
we kind of been rocking with the Fat Boy Sharif Love and this kind of rant for
Yeah.
a minute. Who's next? Who's on it?
yeah.
Who
go
was
ahead.
your actual person, Dan? I remember
Dan
you
can
did
say
it.
his bit real quick.
Yeah.
No, well,
Let's
you,
kind of keep it moving.
Trey hasn't given his, right? Or yeah.
I mean, either one of us.
I haven't
can go
given
next.
mine either. I'm ready for mine if people need mine.
You
I'm
guys
ready.
go.
I'll go.
I'll go
I'll
last.
go.
Uh,
Now, in light of recent events, it would be a shame if I didn't talk about Sun Mundi and Saxco.
My bad. I thought you were gonna say it's not no Salim.
I love it.
That's a good point.
I love
You
that.
talk about that every single time.
I
I
have
thought,
like three different people from this. Well, I love Snotty too. Shout out Snotty.
Mhm.
But Sun Mundi and Saxco, it's crazy. We got the recent events with James Gunn and all that, but just in general, like hearing this nigga before.
No, lay
he
that
had-
out. Don't just.
I'm
don't-
doing the timeline.
lay
I'm
that
doing
out.
the timeline.
Lay
Chill,
that
doing
out.
the
Lay that out.
timeline. So like hearing about him in like 2022 before he had an album out and he's just dropping singles with Bloom
Mhm.
Cycle. Just the moment you heard like any raps from this nigga, you was like, this is next level shit. This is next level shit. He was an alien from that point on. And then he dropped with Adman. That went crazy.
project is
Niggas got
outstanding.
Midnight
niggas got
Oil.
put on him on a widespread level. Then we get to the Clown Cat joint. They getting all these journalist looks in Pitchfork and all that.
Yes.
And now we go all the way up to contacting with Saxco. And nigga, this I'm still to the end of the I said this like in the middle of the year, but like still now, this is the best production I've heard on any project this year. This is the
100%.
best production on any project this year. Some Mundi, he can do like
That shit
His
super
writing-
fire.
is like his writing is really up there with the grades. Like the way niggas talk about Woods, like that's Samundi. Like this nigga is unbelievably talented. And like I mentioned before, James Gunn, the director of Superman, the new head of the DCU, Had him on his
Guardians
top
of the
50 or something.
Galaxy.
All that shit. Top 50. What alternative hip hop
spots,
arguing
two
about alternative? It doesn't matter. 2 spots, 98 till infinity and bright moments, but like crazy, bro. Crazy in the listener party we did in the RPP Discord. Like just the moment 98 till infinity hit, you saw it with niggas like when we were in there. You just knew it was something special on arrival. So like I don't think Samuni can do no wrong, and I think it's a matter of time before his name is up there with like all these niggas, bro. All these niggas.
Sure.
If I could have a second to kind of build off of exactly what you were saying, the way that I tackled this topic was, when Dano Askey says, it was about like who had the biggest leap creativity wise and also visibility wise, who made the most positive, like. Creativity wise, I have a different answer, but visibility wise, Sun Moondy's album last year with Clown Cat, Lived and Born, got like a out the blue, like an artist that nobody knew about really, out the blue got like a 7 something on Pitchfork.
Crazy.
And when I did that album review on my channel, album review on my channel, I made sure to emphasize that like cats that like Ka, rest in peace, because he passed that year too, would enjoy this. Cats that like that kind of philosophical, deeply apparition riddle fang like approach that he has will enjoy that. And the Clown Cat beats on that album are sparse, they're atmospheric, they're soundscapey, they're wide, and they leave a lot of space for Sun Moondy to just like bar out. The contrast between that and what he does with the Sasko album is a huge kind of trajectory change. And I'm not necessarily bringing in what he did because I love Mike Check, the shit that's produced by Shamar and Nature of My Nature shit. I love all that stuff, but the album that he got recognized for on Pitchfork, one of the biggest outlets for music appreciation, and what he does here is huge. And to get noticed by Pitchfork last year off of The Strength and to get noticed by James Gunn this year is one of the craziest visibility spikes that I've ever heard of, that I could imagine. I don't know what James Gunn is doing, if he's tapped into the Rap Music Plug podcast, if he's tapped into whatever, this and that or whatever. But one thing is for certain.
He might be tapped into What's Up with the Minutes.
He might be tapped in whatever. But the thing is that Sun Moondy at this point, 2 years in a row, has kind of punctuated himself as an artist within this culture who deserves ears. That regardless of what you really care about and your sonic qualities that you're interested in, he's doing something that is attracting the attention of people who are deeply interested and entrenched in this culture and care about. That's the hugest visibility spike for me. I agree with you 100%, Trey Does. I also hate you, Trey Does. Nigga, I'm losing weight to fight you in 2026. But yeah, you're right. Sun Moondy is my visibility choice for this category. Perfect.
I love that.
Perfect. Brilliant.
Yeah, also, gotta go. Oh, you go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, just real quick, going back to Sasko. Sasko is like when I heard hottest year on record. Like I knew he was great then. What's it called? Make Yourself Useful with Joshua Virtue, now Rama and Shamar. I play that song to the I gotta go back to that song. That's crazy to me. The jump from that to Contacting, I did not know. Like I knew this nigga was amazing. I did not know he could make sounds like that. Bro, I did not know like the size of the beats. Like this some insane shit, bro. Insane. So shout out to Sasko.
Q, are you familiar with these two albums?
Yeah, man. I just interviewed Sasko for my podcast.
Okay, I'm not short tapped in. But
no, I'm super I'm fucking with that shit. Like I said, like you know what I mean. I listen mostly to like random noises so that I can sample them. So when I do finally get a minute and listen to some music, if that shit caught me, like Hottest Year on Record, like I listen to like when in preparation to like I listened to that shit like 3 times in a row, and I was like, this is crazy.
Like one of the reason I was asking is because when I listened to Hottest Year on Record, it was like production, but there was also this kind of like IDM, intellectual dance music quality, this kind of like strange jazz quality in the production choices that he made that separated it from a lot of the contemporary tropes that we find in independent hip hop. And I was
that's-
like, Hottest Year on Record is
Yeah.
crazy. And
Yeah.
the kind of way that he pushed it forward in a different way, like Contacting to me is more hip hoppy than Hottest Year on Record. Hottest Year on Record has a lot of sonic qualities from other genres, but with Contacting's, like, there's a lot of elements of that, like musical theory, jazz theory, beat, like EDM, IDM, like all the things. But one of these, like, it is a profoundly like unusual hip hop album, where Hottest Year on Record was kind of like, wow, this is crazy. Like, you don't even need a rapper on this and it makes sense. But Contacting is like, together, this is fucking, this is, you know, the classic MC producer combination set in today beyond what is like typical. It was really good to me.
Yeah, no, speaking to the James Gunn thing real quick, like the beats on that project, like that can score a movie. This nigga Sasko can score a movie. Like,
absolutely.
Mad cinematic. That width that you talked about, like the fully like encompassing sound that Sasko consistently brings on here, and it's just it's like, I remember the first, like during the listening party in the Rap Music Club podcast Discord, like I remember just the first moment when Bright Moments comes in, you got that little like texture in the left ear, and I remember I sat back in my chair like this, being like, what the fuck, I gotta quit. But
real shit. That shit is like, it's one of those.
That's real.
That album is so crazy. That album is ridiculous. Sasko goes nuts. So Mondy's going nuts as well. And the way the album's put together as well, like there's so much happening for so long, but none of it, like at any moment, is like, oh man, no, I wish we could cut this one, move on. You know what I mean? Like they don't give you that space to get that. And like that thing you said about the difference between this and Lived and Born is so true to focus.
Real.
I've been a fan of Samundi. I'd say like just before Midnight Oil came out, Listening was one of my most listened to songs of that year. Like I have tried to follow the trajectory, and I would have never assumed this was it. You know, this is kind of like the complete ideal of where I would have loved Samundi to get to, and where I would where I'd love his sound to be in these fully like developing and expanding soundscapes. And it is just so amazing to hear this come to fruition. I remember like when Dan did his first review of Midnight Oil, he was like, I want some money to mess with structure a lot, you know. And now we're here. This is the most like elegantly structured hip hop album of the year for me.
I was freaking out. I was freaking out when we talked. I was like, "Oh shit, you did it!" That's so crazy. But no, I've been a Sun Mundi person since before he had albums. Since I was just
you made an album out of his Bandcamp joints.
Yes,
no?
I did.
Yeah.
I was just in Big Flowers Discord observing how dope Sun Mundi was. But the thing is, there was a moment. So we were booking. Kay and I were booking the show in Brooklyn that we did in August at State of the Game Showcase, and we had booked Shamar. Kay wanted Shamar right off the bat, so I was like, "Okay, it's cool."
Shout out Shamar.
And
W-Ball.
we're like, we need a surprise guest. I'm like, how about Sun Mundi? Because Sun Mundi and Shamar work together. So, and Sasko's going to be the DJ anyway. This makes sense. We didn't even know Contacting was hitting, and then Contacting came out. I was like, holy fuck! And we had this kind of surprise guest of Sun Mundi coming out, killing it. And there was that point where it's Shamar, Sun Mundi playing together the songs they have together, and Sasko's up there, and I'm just watching it like, this is the next fucking 10 years of the genre.
Oh my god.
This is the next 10 years. Like, I don't know if everybody knows this, but that's what this is. This is that important. Like,
for sure.
These are the voices that are the next generation.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I do want to quickly like do a specific shout out to Shamar. You know, that's the homie.
Shamar,
love that guy. Emergency this year. Like, I already loved Obtuse Ways to Say I Love You. I already loved that record so much. But As Shamar agrees, we
Like,
talked about this. Emergency is that album, nigga.
It's
Emergency is
crazy.
that fucking album.
I
It's
said
crazy
this. I
shit.
said this when they said it early. I'm like, this is the album that when I heard Obtuse Ways to Say I Love You, this is the album I wanted you to make just as a fan. I wanted you to make some shit like this.
Yeah, like I would say, like I know we're not doing this topic anymore, so I'm glad that I can quickly throw this off. But like Hypertension into Albany Avenue off of the album is like that's not even a run. It's just 2 songs next together. But that's my favorite like musical moment of the year is Hypertension by Shamar into Albany Avenue. Like that really there like the way those beats are like so serene and Shamar's coming on with he's just like he's a fucking train, man. Like the way he comes in is like both like speeding train and also like a soft pillow that you can like hug into and Trey's gonna like be there in the background like this with, you know what I mean? Like it's a beautiful ass album while also being so harsh and visceral, you know. It's just a masterpiece to me. Emergency is a fantastic album. Shamar's taking that leap in the same way. Yeah, for sure.
I stepped away for a second, but if I could shout out also, Emergency also had a wonderful remix album version that was released on August Fanon's Patreon, which is incredible. August Fanon, as talented as he is, can always fucking make some soul food. He could take some whatever and put that shit down, and it works and it makes
Genius.
well. And you know, I said before on one of the What's Up with the Minutes albums, like maybe I like the August Fanon version more than the regular version, but I go back and forth because it's just so much quality. And Shamar Shamar is tremendous, yo. Like Shamar is tremendous. Outside House is one of my favorite people. I think Outside House is brilliant and so like wonderfully poignant. Like I love her, they. I'm not sure that like yes, I love them.
She they situation.
Yeah.
She they situations.
Yeah.
We in them real day situations. That's real shit, yo. These people are all pushing this shit forward.
Yeah,
like real shit.
We've been going on this topic for like 45 minutes.
It's a big topic. See, it's a big topic. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't give mine, but
okay.
I thought you was with Sasko and Monday. I thought that was your
no, that was me, nigga. That was me.
And then he agreed. I thought we were doing like a shit.
No, I agreed that it was a good choice.
Real quick. Mega say his. Nobody elaborate.
Okay.
So we just gonna talk about mine. Mine is the Clips. The Clips, 50-year-old brothers who talked about selling coke, and now they came out. They came out, and they also were sad about their mother passing. No, I'm just kidding. That's not my choice. Goddamn, that's not my choice. What do I look like?
Wait, quickly though. That song is
no. I don't accept. Like
but that song specifically is.
I didn't listen to it. I used Chat GPS. I used Chat whatever to figure it out with having. No, like I mean, I know a lot of people love that album. I don't care. I didn't get into it. I didn't care for it. No, you know, what one of for me an artist, and I think that Dano might feel a way about this too, because we both of us had this artist as one of our favorite albums of the year, potentially our favorite album of the year. I've known of Reese Langston for years. I've never loved an album. I've never really appreciated. I like him in the culture. I like what he does. But this album that Reese Langston put together with his own production this time, is one of the to me it's probably my favorite album of the year. Not my most listened to, but it is such an incredible approach that is uncanny and just strange. There's no other album that sounds like this. Every single moment is so meticulously crafted, and the features work perfectly. Like cats that don't even like artists on this album fucking love this. Like this album blew, unlike any other album this year, blew my hair back. As I was listening to it, I was like, what is happening? What is this music? What are the lyrics? What is the production? And every time that I tried to delve in more deep to it, it rewarded my academic kind of like intuition. Like every time that I tried to get closer to it, it rewarded every single portion of me appreciating the album. It is such an incredible, amazing album. The leap from him doing whatever he did before to this album, I don't want to say it's like a magnum opus, but this album is unassailable to me.
Right.
The only way that it's like unappreciated for me is that people listen to it and say it's not hip hop enough. It is like it like the musicality, the approach, the deep blackness of it, the lineage of the Project Blow, this kind of Blodian approach to the free jazz, open sing-song, Dadaist style of sing-song songwriting, and deeply literal, like literature, like deeply literal approaches to the art are just insane. The Reese Langston Project, Pale Black Negative, is my album of the year. It's not my most listened to album, but this is the only album that I listened to this year that made me say, what the fuck? Nobody does this. Nobody has done this. And it's not even this is not a song I could go and play for my nephew. My nephew Rock, he carry a gun under the seat. Like he fucking, my nephew Isaiah probably trying to get like because he good. Like people don't listen to this shit. Yeah, come on, Trey. You don't know nothing about this shit, man. I've been shot at. Don't try to tell me
everybody
what
I know got a couple
guns. Don't try to be with me on the street on that shit. Don't try to play me with that. Shit, we doing insurance scams. We doing all that shit in my family to this
run it up.
To this day. Like on the strength though, like this Reese Langston shit is fucking like I wanted to say, okay, there's a lot of albums that could be here, but why am I and me and Dano the only people on board for this album having the qualities that we fucking are espousing and talking about? Nobody else, like maybe you, Q, but I'm apologies for not tapping your show like that. But no, Pitchfork don't got it. Like, I mean, I love Neighborhood Gods, and that's a great Open Mike Eagle album. But if you're talking about Blodians doing something, Open Mike Eagle's on this shit. Like it is like Andrew Embark, like this shit is impressive. Like Beck fans should love this. Fans of all different genres should love this. This is the most wide and varied album that I have heard in independent hip hop in a long time. This is the album that is the argument against the incestuous kind of repetition of tropes in hip hop. Like Fatboy Sharif is amazing, but Fatboy Sharif does his thing consistently all the time. It's separate from a lot of people, but this album, it has no peer. I've never heard anything like this, and I've been a B-Boy Sapien head since 1992. I went to B-Boy Summit in 93. Like I was 10 years old, 11 years old. Like there's nothing like this, and I love this album. I'm sorry for yelling all the time, but I'm also an idiot and drunk and crazy, and I love y'all. And Reese Langston, let's end the topic. Let's go to the next shit.
Mega got it. Oh,
I feel when I wrote that my write-up for Pale Black Negative is album of the year, I was like, Megan needs to read this. And then like
you sent it to me. You tagged me in it. Yes. Immediately.
And so I was like, when I was writing it, I kind of was writing it for me and Megan. Like I was like, this is us against everybody,
Bro, I was listening to that shit. I was like twisting my nipples like Waterboy, like, it's working. It's beautiful. I agree. Hey, no, I don't pause. I don't pause.
I'm from Philly. We don't do pause.
Yeah. Okay, shout out.
I'm lost. I don't know what any of that meant.
Waterboy is too problematic for you, Cole. You gonna watch Waterboy and be like, why are they making fun of this fucking mentally disabled person?
That's really what it was. That was most of the humor in the early aughts.
That is the complete humor of that shit.
Yeah, it was different. It was
a different time.
But yeah, my pick, and thank you, Q, for being a part of this situation. But my pick is Teller Banks.
Hell yeah. Woo! Hell yeah. Thank you. I didn't want to sound way too biased, so I tried to, you know what I mean? But you're right.
the most crossover appeal for any independent artist to me.
I
I
Listen.
think Teller Banks could be selling
Nigga,
a million
he-
records,
this
Billboard.
nigga should- This nigga
Teller
Teller
talks his
should be a
shit.
superstar by now. This nigga's he's
Right.
one of
Say
the
that
most
again, Trey.
talented
You
people
cut out
ever.
for a bit. What'd you say?
Oh, I said every time I listen to Teller, I'm like, how is this nigga not the biggest rapper in the world right now?
He too niggerish, bro.
That's exactly what it is. And
He
listen,
too
he told me
niggerish.
But
he
that's
told me
the
the other day.
appeal, bro. That's the appeal.
This
it
nigga was
goes
like,
deep- I
we
think
were
it goes
talking.
deeper than that, Mega. I think, and so the headline that I would have is on my Teller pick, and because there's going to be a write up, I'm going to explore it. This is not the year where Teller put in his 10,000 hours to be this good, right? That was a long time ago.
Mhm.
That's when them white people stole his house. Goddamn.
Exactly.
Before that, like this, so this for someone who lives and breathes the shit all the time, right? But this is the year Teller figured out how to sell himself, and he was doing podcasts, and he was telling the story of the album, right?
Running
The
around with
story
McKinley.
of Drug Money, you know,
He reached out to me this year. Yeah.
right? And
He's
so he
doing it.
was like, he was
Why did you
active
interview
in
him,
that
bro?
way. In previous years, Teller felt like somebody who, because he built himself from square one, right? Production wise, everything, did his own engineering, did his own mastering. He was just like, I'm a self-contained unit, and he wasn't always using all the resources. And that was my hope was when I saw him going to New York and meeting up with important artists and hanging out with Prem Rock, I'm like, I'm glad you're using these resources, man. Like,
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
And as far as
Tell
his
that
crossover
story,
appeal,
Q. You about to tell a story just a second ago. Tell that story you was about to tell.
I really just briefly, because I was hanging out with Teller and Rent Money like for all week last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever, when they were in town, and we did them shows with McKinley. And you know, just as far as the crossover appeal, like we were having conversations about rap not too different than the conversations we're having now. And he was like, anybody you can name, respectfully, like I'm saying this because I know that he would say this. With anybody you can name, he's like, yo, I can do that style and I can do it as good as you. Not on some you're whack, on some I'm great. Like he's
Right.
really on some like there's no style he can't do. I've heard this man like on
Yeah.
he's rapped over house, drum and bass, fucking like trap music, introspective jazz. He's rapped over drumless beats, he's rapped over boom bap at the same level or higher as anybody you want to mention on the mic. And I think a lot of people that don't catch it is because he raps in such a way that it's like, yo, you really got to know what he's talking about to know that there's a triple layered entendre, quadruple layer. I should say this just because it's a mic that it's like nobody caught this. I didn't catch this shit, right? I was like 1/4 of the production team for Drug Money, right? I listened to that album probably 1,000 times. We were standing on the platform waiting for the train to pull up, and I was like saying one of the lines back because I'm just trying to remember him for the shit. He said, poor Dawn tip the garçon, poor Dawn tip the garçon, pay before the bill came. He swapped the tar got, hit him with slugs and stopped to see what else the car got. It'd be a snowstorm in the Congo, you catch me off plot. I'm like, that's a really, really crazy bar and a crazy scheme. He's like, bro, I said hit him with slugs and stop to see what else the car got. I'm like, S car got, bro, you fucking tripping, bro. Like, with the French scheme, I'm like, dog, every last bar on niggas didn't listen to. Like, I'm not saying niggas didn't listen. I'm not hating. I'm just saying that like the layered
It's deeper
writing
than
that's
that.
going, it's 10 times deeper every time. So it's like when you really
Bro,
can do that, like everybody can constantly over anything. Come on.
you know who he remind me of a lot? He remind me of Nipsey, but he remind me of Nipsey just a little bit different. The authenticity just pours out of him. It's not like a product. He's not trying to be like, here's my authenticity. I want y'all to look at this as me being authentic. It's just an aspect of who he is, but the authenticity makes me feel like he's like that type of Nipsey cat. When I listen to his music, I'm like, when I listen to his music, I'm like, yo, if I talk to him, I don't want to talk about what the new music is. I'm curious, like, where you grow up, like, what was your school like?
I don't want to tell him that. I don't want to tell that story
like,
on his behalf because he told me a lot about himself that I'm not at liberty to talk.
But that's the thing about it. Like he's
genuine. I'll say that.
There's so many layers there that invite you to be like, what's going on here.
There's no
And
cap
it's
in his
not
rap,
just
I'll
the
tell you that.
entendres.
Right.
It's not the entendres. It's not the album titles. It's not just how good you feel about him and Ed Glorious doing shit together.
Right.
This amazing. It's like, yo, like there's a real person behind
Real
this.
person. This is not a facade. This is not.
And I like anything you ask him is going to get you closer to that real person, because he doesn't put up barricades for that, but he puts up these fucking like billboards, not even billboards, like he puts up just like these tags, like this is me, this is me, this is me, everywhere that he fucking is. And
if you
the
meet
beats,
him,
the
you know.
rhymes, the entendres, the words, he's amazing.
But the
He,
level
to
of
me,
world
has the
building,
crossover appeal.
but
Wait,
the level
wait
of
till
world
Hate
building-
Island 26. I'm gonna just say that. Hate
Absolutely.
Island.
I need that in advance, though. I need
Oh,
that.
Wait.
I'm gonna talk
Hate
to the
Island
fellas.
sounds crazy.
Yeah,
Hate
it
Island
is.
sounds crazy.
Hate
Yo,
Island
Q,
is crazy.
we need to be better friends. I love you know what I mean. Like
Hate Island
I've
26.
already heard the storyline. I'm tuned into Q's podcast.
that
so
just
I know
sounds crazy, yo.
Man,
But
yeah.
but Mega, it's like the level of world building and depth to what is exercised by Teller. It's like if Nipsey Hussle was Shakespeare.
Right. And for some respects he was, but like also like Teller's like really trying to do both. He's trying to be like, yo, I'm a wordsmith. I'm pushing the language forward, and I'm also a real ass person who really seen some shit, who really can talk about some shit the way that other people kind of like get on a mic and be like, yo, this sounds cool. I'm gonna talk about some gangster shit. It's like this
the description of that. The description of that parallels like a Kendrick.
Absolutely.
It's like I'm a real ass person, but like I've experienced things. I'm not trying to say that I'm the biggest boss of them all. I'm not Rick Ross. I'm not
None of us
Jay-Z.
are.
I'm not
Right.
any of this. But like I'm a person that has these experiences that are different than yours, and also on top of that, I've refined this craft in a way that serves me to let you know that I ain't no bitch nigga, man. Like, yeah, Teller Banks is crazy.
I hope
Teller
that
Banks is
everybody
crazy.
I hope every person on the face of the earth that ever listened to Pimp a Butterfly listens to Hate Island and at least has an opinion of it. Because
the one time that I reviewed a Teller Banks album on my show, I made sure to like really say that like if you're a cat that thinks that Kendrick Lamar is the greatest rapper alive, you really should tap into other black artists who are not pushed by the largest
shout
part
out
of this
to
machine.
Dot, because that nigga crazy. Like Dot actually is crazy. So like shout out to Dot, but it's just that exists in other places.
Well,
That's all
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
it's amazing, but also it's like there's almost a class distinction now. There's a lot of different reasons that are a little bit different between the two of them. And Teller Banks is, yo, like I don't know how much money he makes or how big his Spotify numbers are or whatever, but where has Teller Banks ever been on any of the mainstream platforms that champion black art? Where has he been on a fucking a Pitchfork or a fucking Bear versus Gorilla or a Stereo Gum or any of that, or even the cats who like, where has he ever been on The Company Man? Where has he ever been on Professor Sky or Sean C or any of these guys who tout themselves as or a B Dot? Where has he ever been on those guys?
Don't tap
But you know,
Where
they
you at,
position
FD
themselves.
Signifier?
Yeah, well, exactly. Well, I would never expect FD Signifier to know about that because FD Signifier is a fan. He's not part like he might have read some theory or went to school or whatever. But you know, y'all know how I feel about that as a Marxist. Like I'm on some different shit. Like I be hating on these cats who love to put on the facade and the ensemble of being hip hop heads who are disconnected from this culture in the most fundamental way. In the most fundamental way.
Talk about it.
Yeah, yo, like you love black art, but you don't know poor black people. Like you don't listen to like you love black art, but you think the only black art that comes out is a motherfucker making a movie with Marvel about Wakanda. Like the people that you think are making black art are the college degree motherfuckers who got nepotism or whatever to get into this and shit like that. Like there's real poor people who's putting that shit down, who are really about this shit that you you would love to exemplify, but you just not tapped in because you so busy paying attention to B Dot or some Joe
Rap
Budden,
carrier.
some
Yeah.
other niggas that don't really be a part of the culture, but they fucking pay attention to the publications. Like the publications is not the culture.
Listen, I think
I'm angry now.
No,
I'm not angry. I'm just crazy.
We've named a bunch of great artists, and their profiles is going up, bro. It's doing great. But they need to continue to get these looks from different media figures in the rap sphere. And that's when we come to the list culture. Why is Teller Banks not on B-Dot's list?
Yeah, I want to tap.
B-Dot mentioned this episode.
Beat up by Wale, bro. Wale beat his ass out.
I want to talk about this for a second, and then I can't be. I got to cut in about 30 or whatever. You know what I mean? I got to go to work, but I just want to say, like, because you know the tweet gained traction. I mute everything that I say after 100 people like it. I don't have time to like look at what people have to say about that because it doesn't matter, right? And but then people want to be like, well, if you don't like it, why don't you just make your own list? And it's like, brother, because the thing is, this person, this B. Miller person is posturing himself as someone who's like, yo, I'm actually at the top of this music journalism shit. So, you know, you want to talk to somebody, you got to talk to me. And at the bottom of his list, he's like, this is based on output. This is based on quality of music or whatever the fuck he said. And like, it's
skills, songs,
based on
features, and presence.
Right. So I'm like, okay, well, if you want to talk about presence, but you hate Mike, we can maybe talk about the fact that Mike just did like a 180-day world tour with his own camp, with his own label, with everybody killing it. And people want, and same with Earl. You want to act like, oh, they got a sleepy flow. All right, well, go see Earl with Nayante and tell me anybody, and the Loopers, and tell me, and Live, and tell me anybody got a sleepy flow. Everybody's turning that shit up. These people are aware of their sound. It's their genuine sound, and they know how to build around it so that everything is well-rounded. This idiot or people like him want to be like, oh, well, this is, you know, he really just goes on ChatGPT like, yo, who's the hottest rapper right now? And they're like, oh yeah, Joey Badass. And I love Joey Badass, bro. I'm not here to talk shit about Joey Badass. Shout out to him.
I am.
You can. Listen, let me tell you something. You can, bro. But I interviewed Chuck Strangers several days ago to talk to him about, you know, the pro era time and shit. People want to say, well, you can say what you want to say, but it's like great. That man, that Joey Badass is a person. He told me this story on the podcast, Chuck Strangers. He was like, Joey Badass, we're walking around New York one day. This dude at age 16 looked him dead in the face and said, I'm about to bring this shit to Brooklyn. I'm about to do this shit for Brooklyn. And shouted Brooklyn out the whole fucking time and was doing this shit like one of the rap heroes that we love, like Big or some shit like that.
Yes.
So like, we don't have to like the music, right? But these are people who have put their city and their culture and their music on their back and really went somewhere with it. We can think it's corny now, right? Whatever. At one point, Ludacris was like, I'm about to do this shit. And now it's like, all right, bro, you're whack now. Whatever. Fine. You don't have to like it, right? But what I'm saying is everybody's putting in work. So when you look at somebody, and he doesn't even understand, B-Dot doesn't even understand that about Joey Badass. He just sees that he's like popping. He sees A$AP Rocky is popping.
Real rapper.
So you're like, okay, yeah, this is true hip hop. All right, I'm gonna say that. And what is
he's
this?
on the
Okay,
WUWTM show.
Right, yeah, okay, you're good. I'm gonna say this. And like, okay, and then but then to turn right around and be like, man, fuck Mike. And that verse was whack. It's like, if you can, he probably thought West Side Gun was whack when he first heard it because he was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why you think Conway said tell B.F his list? There's a reason, because that nigga's not tapped in until everybody's popular. And this is what I'm saying. This is what we're all sitting here talking about, right? You're not lit just because you're popular. You're fucking putting in actual work and contributing to art. And for him to say that his art is journalism and then to say, oh, Mike is whack, it's like you don't actually respect art if you think Mike is whack. That's my 2 cents. I know we have a lot of people on the panel, so let me just say that.
Me and this nigga Q are in the same fucking treehouse.
I'm just
we
saying,
the same
like,
choir. Like,
you feel me? And you're
right,
bro.
Same shit.
This is what we're talking about, right? And I know I said I was done, but this is like the last thing just to connect it to the actual question that was posed, right? So the way that feeds into list culture and to Twitter culture, and for people to be like, oh, well, this is better than this. Oh, this is lit. This is not. It's like if your only art is opinion, then you should probably attach, this is just my opinion and I don't actually do anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what, like, and this is not a shot to people who are doing something. If you're really a journalist, shout out to Caltrops Press, shout out to these, you know, shout out to Dylan Green, shout out all these people who really sit down with art and actually
Yeah,
talk
thank
about
you,
it,
bro.
whether
Thank
they
you,
like
bro.
it,
Thank you,
whether they
bro.
like it or they don't
Yeah.
like it. Shout out to
They're
all
my
of y'all.
people. They're my
Like,
fucking people.
like,
Yes.
let's talk about art for a minute and not talk about who's lit. That's what I'm saying. So a list is more of like, I'm actually too lazy to engage with this. If we think that Sasco and Sun Moody is better for some reason than whatever other thing that we want to mention, it's like, well, now you're just comparing things. Comparison is the thief of joy. Maybe you should enjoy it. And if you want to just talk about numbers and talk about ratings and talk about lists, talk about it. But just admit that you're not also talking about art.
Don't try to. He makes these lists as though he's getting towards like objectivity and says some shit
And
like this is based on skill, song features, presence, and the objective ideas about what lyricism means. That all that shit is impossible to
You're gonna try and quantify this shit?
And it's like unbelievably obfuscated by terrible attention. I could not care less about this nigga B Dot's opinions on hip hop,
And mind you,
culture, or politics.
I don't hate the man,
I don't.
right? I hate what he stands for. He's
I
a
would
man.
dap him up.
Yeah,
buy me a
and if I
drink,
seen him,
bro.
and if he was like, "What did you say on Twitter?" I'll be like, "I said you're a fucking hack,
Yeah,
bro."
bitch ass.
But I'm not
like,
gonna say that you're a bad person. You're a hack.
You're right. But the problem is that that's the culture that he comes into. He's long since positioned himself in the industry as an outsider with his finger on the pulse of real hip hop. Keep it real hip hop. But just like
not true.
But just like the industry, he reifies the same old bullshit about the ground and guarantee of black art being rooted in the streets, and the highest levels that black art can meet is also exemplified by the amount of money that they were able to make while being black and making money and doing that art. He has like an ethical allegiance to adhere to these pop cultural vestiges of what it means to make hip hop. Like this motherfucker probably still says shit like hip hop is the CNN of the streets.
And listen, real quick, not to cut you off, real quick though. Like we don't got enough smoke for Elliott Wilson. He used to write for like what was it, The Source or Double XL or something, like one of those joints.
No,
I
have more smoke for Elliott Wilson than I have for B-Dot.
But follow me though,
100%.
Again, this is gonna come off sounding like hey, and it's not. It's gonna come off sounding like hey, and it's not right. The thing is, he actually was that in terms of being a journalist and like having your ear to the streets, and then decided, well, I need to be Rap Caviar. And like, look, we all, or Rap Radar, whatever it is. It's like, we all got to get our money, bro. We got to get a bag. But there's a reason why when I get spam messages in my DM, it's like, hey, I write for The Source. Hey, I write for Double XL. You want to get your shit played? It's like, because you sold out the culture to the point that people can use your name as synonymous with selling out the culture. So both of them and the platform that they have is, I'm glad that they are getting money. I'm glad that they have visibility.
Right.
But you have sold out what it is to be an artist, because journalism is actually an art and it's documentation.
Right.
It's like art meets documentation. It's brilliant. So when you sell it short,
it's
it's the reason why everybody at Pitchfork can get laid off at the same time and they can replace them with fucking
It's historical. Art is historical, it's philosophical, it's meaningful. But these people come off the back of the material conditions that hip-hop culture created at the time. They are all off of the back of the neoliberal kind of transition when it comes to... Trey, every time you say that shit and you don't really buy into that shit, all you're doing is just obfuscating the fucking point. What I'm saying is that But you make it. You keep on making it my bingo card. But what I'm saying is the Telecommunications Act really radically changed the approach to journalism. It changed the approach to hip hop fandom. It changed the approach to an actual subculture of individuals who were all operating and working within the same kind of ethical values. All of that shit completely changed. And this Gen X culture of Elliott Wilson and this kind of millennial kind of culture for B-Dot, these guys are really just upward mobility niggas who are only paying attention to pop culture and was never really outside in a way like that to really be a part of the fucking dirt in the mud and the cast was really doing
and we
it.
can't
And
talk about hip hop.
They lost track of what black They lost track of what black politics and black radicalism was because they got so fucking they got so liberal with it.
Well,
These
everybody
niggas are
has to-
not radical
Right.
in art or in politics.
Let me. I want to jump in here a little bit. I would say
Come on, Dano.
the thing is, Elliot Wilson, to get that out of the way, if you really know Elliot
Bitch.
Wilson's work from back in the day,
I'm sorry, my bad.
it's not that Elliot Wilson turned away from any radicalism. Elliot Wilson was always the enemy of any progressive radical anything. Right?
Just like a fucking hippie turning into fucking becoming a fucking Gen X guy
You're a
who
fed,
fucking
yo,
own a
you're
house.
a fed now.
Yeah, Elliot
Yeah,
Wilson
your
made
class made you that way. It wasn't the beliefs. You didn't have the beliefs. You was just a fucking fan.
And
I
Elliot
know.
Wilson
Wait,
is
you know,
one
you
who
go,
made sure
Go ahead, Carl.
that Outkast didn't get good ratings in the source. You know what I mean? That's his legacy, right? So take that for what it is.
Yeah.
In terms of B Dot, because I listened to a shitload of Rap Radar when I had more time in my life. And the thing that really stood out about B Dot, he's kind of evil K Diggy, right?
Oh shit.
B Dot has
If it was a humble-
one of the worst ears I've ever seen in music. Like
It's
so
like
you mentioned-
Eminem beats and shit.
You
It's like
mentioned
Nas beats.
Yeah, you mentioned Dash, and I would mention Dash and Dylan Green. They're the type of people that will give you recommendations that change your fucking life.
Actually.
Change your life. You need
Actually.
to hear this. You press play. You go, God,
They
damn
fucking care.
it. But
Yeah.
like the B Dot's taste is so bad.
He's never put me on this shit.
I kind of love it in this weird way. Like, let me make my case.
No. I'm listening.
If you had a friend and they only liked shitty food,
Right.
everywhere they went, they were like, "Give me the shittiest food," right? And that was great. Their taste was that bad. After a while, you'd kind of be fascinating at what they're eating.
It's an
So
anomaly.
what you're saying is that like the Clips choice is number one is really like Taco Bell, and then number two is Nas is like McDonald's. Joey Badass is number three is
White
like
Castle? Is that
Chipotle,
White Castle?
and then JID is like Waffle House.
Waffle House gets you right. I'm not gonna hold you.
Hey, I don't go to. I'm like Trey. I don't go to Waffle House at night. What am I trying to do? Like I go in the daytime.
It's crazy.
Let me
Waffle House.
get in here.
I don't listen to JID at past midnight. Like I'm trying not to get shot.
It's real.
Yeah, I feel like y'all have like brought up a lot of things that I feel like we've like alluded to on the show where like the aesthetic of like performing real rap has taken precedence over like engaging with like actual artists that are like doing their own shit. And just to Dan's point about like Elliot Wilson like making sure Outkast and good scores in the source, I feel like these figures for a while, I think I heard this yesterday. I think Sean C said it, but he said and so some of the figures of hip hop journalism. Nick, what you looking at, Mega? Some of the figures of hip hop journalism have like
watch Sean C.
Have acted more like gatekeepers instead of like bridge builders and like connecting people to the art they want to hear. But instead they like try to enforce a status quo of how music is supposed to sound. And I feel like that is kind of like blowback from like the whole when Atlanta like started taking over mainstream rap and that music kind of like push the real rap niggas out.
Right.
And like they take the opportunity. They take the opportunity to level artists like Clips, as dope as they are, Joey Badass, as dope as they are. They level these artists as nigga. You gotta stay in this box, bro. You're not really doing shit creatively unless you're in this box of what this has to sound like, so that they can go and shit on artists like Mike, who has been putting in the work for just as long or longer than some of these niggas, and have like put in the hours and are like doing great shit as a collective with like all his people. And they get to write that off just to do what, nigga? To keep these same artists who are like progressively making less and less impressive music.
Listen to his list, bro. His list is fucking Clips, Nas, Joey Badass, JID, Wale, Boldy James, Larry June, 2 Chainz, Ransom, and fucking Lloyd Banks.
Shout out Pretty Boy.
Now listen, yo, real quick.
They're not bad artists, but I mean,
yeah,
like,
they're not.
Gatekeepers used to be the person to punch you in the face if you stupid.
Right.
The bridge builders are the people to bring you into the culture. This is not a dynamic that is like balanced. The gatekeepers keep the whack out. The bridge builder lets the dope in.
Yeah.
These people are not functioning like that. They're not gatekeepers and they're not bridge builders. They
is there anybody on that list? Is there anybody on that list that we haven't known about for 10 years?
Good point.
Who like
that is a really amazing point.
That's
That is a really amazing point.
Ransom goes back 1,000 years, bro. Like
I didn't know Wale was still making music, bro. Like until I saw him on the Shannon Sharp shit.
Yeah, he just dropped.
I seen him on the Shannon Sharp show. I was like, yo, what are you doing?
I understand. Listen, real quick. I have to say this because like Wale, people like Wale and people like Joey Badass, right? Like they get hated on like to a crazy level, and it's like, all right, cool. If we don't like the music, we don't like it. But I just had that interview with your old Drew, and like since that time, like that shit blew up for all the wrong reasons because everybody hates this guy, and it's like, all right, you can hate him if you hate him, you hate him, but like he's making dope music, and that's all he's doing. He's like every day working really hard on it. Like if you don't like the music, you don't like the music, right? But he's like, okay, so we're saying, so like,
I'm gonna put back on that a little bit, though.
For Arm & Hammer to be sitting in a room right now with the Alchemist, we're all like, that's fire. Like your old Droog and Madlib been hanging out every day for like years at this point. Like we're like, when's the Madlib album coming out? These fools are just hanging out. So it's like you don't have to. Nobody has to like the music, the message, the nothing, the posturing, the nothing. But the legends, when you see it, it's like, you know, when he's like tweeting like, yo, Ka thinks my shit is dope. Sean Price thought my shit was dope, man. Like all these like the legend, Pharaoh Monch thinks my shit is dope. Black Thought thinks my shit is dope. If the legends think my shit is dope, I'm going to block anybody immediately who doesn't fuck with me, and I'm going to come off as an angry person. Again, we're not talking about the quality of the music.
You're right.
No,
You
I think
Go ahead, Cole.
No, this is
Cole want to hit on Drew
because this is the thing. Drew is a lot like I think the thing that he is, in terms of the rap he makes and that, like that's whatever cool. You can say the don't like the music thing, but the things that Drew has stood for over the years have been so anti-hip hop that for me to now be like, oh, the legends fuck with him. There is a trajectory we can follow of Droog not fucking with this culture and using this culture on his own behalf, and then being like, oh, but these legends fuck with me because they didn't see that fuck shit I was doing. He's on his album right now. He's doing he's making like a I Used to Love Her song on that shit. When he came out in hip hop, that nigga was saying nigga. He was pretending to be Puerto Rican and shit. You know what I mean? So I'm never
gonna fucking defend that because that's fucked up. Because that's a white man from Europe, and that's fucked up.
And
so
he's saying, oh, I miss how hip hop was, and that nigga was. When was he liking hip hop? The part when they were letting him say nigga on the. I don't fuck with that.
I don't fuck with it either. So check this out, though. It's just like you said. It's just like we were talking about the Water Boy making fun of mentally handicapped people for an entire movie. Johnny Knoxville, like doing the same type of shit. I'm not saying, oh, it was a different time, so it was better. But Eminem was on stage with Royce the 5'9" saying nigga wasted like 30 times. I'm not saying that it makes it okay, right? It doesn't make it okay. But for Eminem, if I go ask Jay-Z, Nas, 50, if I go ask the 10 most successful fucking rappers to ever live how they feel about Eminem, and I'm not saying this makes any of this shit okay, right? But just follow me. They're all going to be like, Eminem's a legend and he always gives back and he always shouts out hip hop. Two things can be true. You can be an irresponsible white man that has said some fucked up shit in the past, and you can also be like, you can currently be contributing to hip hop in a way that the legends understand. You don't think all these motherfuckers have seen that video of this nigga saying nigga like da-da-da, like pretending to be Puerto Rican? Bro, like every white person got that shit. It's a matter of when does it come out. You feel what I'm saying?
Then,
like even that. So
I don't think the Duke thing like stops there though. You know, like he'll go in his big ass tirades where he's trying to leech off these rappers. He's saying, oh, JID didn't let me have a feature, but Denzel Curry did. I only wanted to get that feature because Jed would get me money and shit like that.
But here's the thing:
he say them crazy shit about black women, black single mothers and shit. I'm not gonna sit here and portray Droog in a positive light after the things that he continues to do. Like
I don't think that I'm as aware of Droog as you are. Like, I listen. Like to be honest with you, whenever I talk and get to the nitty gritty of any of the artists that I listen to or know, whether it's Woods or fucking Rory, you know, Rap Ferreira, a lot of us are fucking like not exemplary individuals. Like
none
Eddie
of these
Murphy's one of my
motherfuckers are
favorites.
good people, dog.
Like,
None of these people are good people.
Like I just don't care enough to kind of put that as like the standard in which I judge people and depart from them as being like a human or a bad person. Like for me, it's very simple. It's like individuals, all of us are kind of fucked up. We all make mistakes. We're all kind of stupid. We all have kind of bad ideology, and at some certain point, if you keep on pushing that, it kind of sucks. But at a certain point, like with Droog, I don't judge him for his homosexual like fuck a dog line. Like, he's pretty good at
not the rigmarole.
He's good at rapping, and I don't champion him like I would some type of like intellectual powerhouse or martyr. Like I'm just like, this is a fucking dude. Like
this
one of the things that I just simply do not care enough to put all the parts of a person under a microscope and really interrogate it any more than I
rap music. Not when I'm talking about any music, right?
Not when I'm talking about like individuals. Like if people like, yo, like I be on Discord drunk as fuck all the time, crashing out all the time. If people put me on the microscope, they're like, yo, Mega has really disrespected Cole by doing the pronouns wrong,
right?
7
and then apologize
times,
though. But
8
if you
times,
but if you like, take it soundbite by soundbite,
is that
no?
me,
because you're
or,
learning,
you know,
right? So when you learn shit and like when you become a different and even if you didn't, right? Even if like, yo, everybody has said something fucked up, everybody's done something fucked up, and like we're talking about people who are in a public space with the light on you. You know what I'm saying? If it was like, if that same type
with
of shit,
antagonists around them all the time
in a competitive space. So I'm just saying, I'm not gonna sit here and die on a hill defending Droog. Droog has been good to me. He's been the homie to me. Like he's been cool, and like I'm talking
evil.
He's not right. He's been dead wrong before.
Never been evil.
He's been dead fucking wrong a few times. So have I. So has everyone.
And
but
stupid like the rest of us. But here's not evil.
But my thing about it is, it's always going to boil back down to it. It's a tired conversation to be had, and I have to leave in a second after this. But I just want to say this real quick. Like I like the whole separate the art from the artist shit. Like, can R. Kelly sing? Obviously. Is he a terrible person? Obviously. I'm not comparing Drew to R. Kelly. I'm just making a point. A lot of the most talented people in the world have done some of the most fucked up shit ever. So if we would like to have an honest conversation about music, then Miles Davis, bro. Like, oh, am I gonna not listen to Miles Davis?
Q, I want to try and synthesize your point with Mega and Co's point, because I'm probably closer to Cozy, but I understand what we're saying. Like, there's something about Yod as a person that is sandpaper to me. And
that's fair.
And it's hip hop is so personal. There's so many words in every album, right?
Yeah.
You get a sense of who people are. And the sense I have of Yod is like, this is somebody I don't fuck with. Like, you know what I mean? And so when Yod rubs me the wrong way, you know?
Yeah, if you don't like somebody, everything they do is going to piss you off 10 times worse.
So when you posted that episode, Q, me being from that generation, I was like, Q going to be okay if I skip this one. You know what I mean?
Q,
like,
I'm going to be okay.
Q, you recently did an episode with Yod?
Yeah, I just did an episode with Drew, man. It's on YouTube and shit. So like,
yeah, I recently did an episode with Rap Ferreira, and I kind of feel like we kind of like a lot of people that tapped into that. Like Rap Ferreira is pretty radioactive in terms of the way people feel about him.
That nigga's like JPEG Mafia at this point, man. You either still fuck with him, or you're like, man, he's kind of pissed me off at some point. Yeah. But does that mean the nigga can't rap? Of course it doesn't. We all know that he can rap. So listen,
how was the reception?
Really, he can't rap.
The reception to
Droog.
No,
go ahead.
No, because my point wasn't that Droog isn't a great guy, or that isn't a great guy. Isn't that Droog can't rap? Droog ain't making music. Droog isn't important to hip hop culture. My point is that I can both recognize that he is in this space and being revered, and I can look at that and be like, this is some bullshit. I can look at a legend liking someone I don't like and still be like, that's some bullshit.
And Legends that's super fair.
Legends are
Absolutely.
fine,
You're
bro.
not
I
just
don't.
right just because you're a legend. Like you're right about that.
I don't
feel you.
disagree
To
with
go
that
off
at
of
all.
code, to go off of
I'm-
code, I feel like we undercut the extent to it. I'm not a believer in like no fucking hip hop golden standard or anything, because to some extent some niggas got shit, but I feel like it is a tradition to downplay the level of fuck shit that crosses over with the art at one point or another.
Of course.
And
that's not okay.
I feel like it's super easy to like hide behind shit like legends, because like the legends be doing mad goofy shit, like nigga,
I don't-
like 50 Cent, like
I don't know.
this nigga kind of a goofball, fucking Republican, suck up, dickhead.
So
like
I'm saying, but does Power of a Dollar is still that one? Is that still one of the greatest?
I don't
fucking albums. Yes, it is.
So, yeah,
like,
I don't know what fuck shit
means.
means in terms of people doing shit.
Look, I'll tell you what I
don't
think
know
it
what
means.
fuck shit
I
means
think
in terms of people
being
doing
on fuck shit means
anymore.
that like, you are over here being a bad person in the way that he's like, yo, you're being racist, you're being homophobic, you're being problematic, you're being horrible to women, you're doing all of this shit, which is like, again, all of our heroes, man. Led Zeppelin, Miles
But
Davis,
my issue Q is not that those things are undiagnosable. It's that if you were being a fucked up person 20 years ago, what does that mean now?
What does it
Like,
mean? Right?
people-
Can you never
but
work again?
when Eddie Murphy is making gay jokes in 1987 or 1983, what does it mean to who he is now in 2025? Like,
how is it not projection?
Like,
they caught him
like,
in the
yeah,
in the spot
like, I
in
mean,
the compromising
like,
situation.
Sorry, I'll just say
like,
this, you
like
say
what
that
is
was
what
funny.
like it's historical.
all
it's
homophobia,
different.
all homophobia is projection, right? Like, you know what I mean? If we're gonna
I
take
don't
it all the
agree
way
with
there, I'm not all of it, but it's like a projection of the fact that people are ashamed of gay thoughts or whatever, or something.
I don't
You
know.
what I'm
I
saying?
thought it was fun to be fucking homophobic,
To be horrible,
back in
to
the
just be
early-
racist.
You know, like it was like a part of it. It was like,
Like,
gay,
yeah, the white guy
gay,
says the N-word
like,
in the.
I didn't
like,
hate them or anything. I just thought it was fucking funny. Like it was
right.
stupid.
So
I was
keeping
a
with
kid.
that, and again,
Yeah.
it was a different time, right? All that. I'm just saying, like, as far as it relates to like people hating an artist because they don't like them as a person, that's your right, and you're allowed to do that. You're like, obviously,
I
don't want to
hate
take
on
away from
Euro
that.
Droog all the time just because he's white. And I like to hate on white people. Like,
Fair
I
enough.
make
So-
a hobby of it. I was
so-
going to hate on Dano later tonight, but even
So
though I call
fair
him like
enough.
my super twin, I love to do that. Like, I'm
So-
going to hate on white people. I love
Even
it.
with that, you can do that,
Yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
should. You
Yeah.
can do whatever you want. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, if we're gonna sit down and have a conversation about hip hop music, then it's like, oh, I don't
Dano
like
has
this person.
a place. Yeah.
It's like I don't like what you stand for, but when you get in the booth and start rapping, I can't deny that. And when I get on the phone with these people and start talking, because also a lot of these people exist as abstractions. When Wale walks into your house and you see him at the spot, you're like, oh shit, like whatever, you know what I mean? And he's just being a regular person. Am I gonna be a dick to this man because I don't like his music or because I heard him say some
If
problematic
you
shit in
were a real
2006?
journalist, cue no rap
Then I-
name,
I
but
wouldn't
apparently
know.
you're not a real journalist.
But here's,
Yeah,
and
I
I'll
feel-
tell you why I am a real journalist, right? Because
Yeah,
I understand this is being said in jest. I'll tell you why, right?
Yeah.
Because I have spoken with these people in real ways. Like I've hung out with these niggas.
Humans.
I've fucking smoked weed with some people that when I hung out with Lungs, bro. Like when I started really hanging out with Lungs, and like we got down talking about it, and it's like, oh yeah, man, like motherfuckers hate me for no reason, and I'm like, isn't that fucked up? Because you're a nice person.
He's in
Like people are able.
But you're right. You're right.
People
Q.
are able
Like,
to
I mean-
develop a fucking opinion about people that they've never met, that they'll never speak to. Whole time they're a nice guy. Me and Drew were speaking back and forth for days, and just being like, man, he's like, man, a lot of these people are being unnecessarily mean to me, and that's not to say that some people being upset wasn't warranted. But I'm talking about somebody tweeted, "Your old Droog is a fascist." I'm like, all right, bro, how far are we gonna take this?
Experience is mediated by like certain levels of mediation, and what you're talking about is like actually meeting human beings, and it's a very different thing than reading a quote. And I agree with you 100% time.
The more times that you
fucking
fucking run that quote back and burn it into your brain and keep basing your opinion off of something that somebody said 20 years ago, you don't know how much shit they've said between then and now. That you know what I mean? We're just still thinking about something they said 10 years ago.
I would like to
mediation,
like center this
mediation,
back to, we
baby.
were talking about Droog, and Droog is around right now. Like I wanna like I wanna just put it out there, like we somehow pivoted to the what about people 20 years ago? We were talking about a current nigga who is doing things currently right now. Like I would like to make it like
I don't think he's being problematic right now.
I don't know. Whatever.
But maybe he is. Maybe he is.
I don't
Maybe he is.
follow. I don't follow
Maybe
him
he is.
enough to
Maybe he is.
have an
But I'm
opinion
saying,
on
like,
it.
if am I gonna say that I
really
don't fuck with? Am I gonna walk into Styles P's juice bar and be like, "Yo, bro, you're a terrible person," despite all that he's given to the community because he made like some deeply homophobic, deeply like crazily like problematic. Like,
Talk that
bro,
shit.
nah,
That's
like
true.
Styles
walk
P.
up. I mean, but like you got to really consider the position you're in that though, because I'm not gonna walk up to that nigga. I'm not gonna walk up to that nigga because I'm not gonna be treated nicely by that. You know what I mean?
I bet you money. I don't know Styles P, Co, but
Styles
I'm
P
willing to
would be
bet you money.
fine with
Styles
you.
P would give you a big hug and say,
okay, so no,
You
but
a
look,
black
this
woman,
the
bro.
thing is like I just want to really get across is that this stuff that we're saying and we can be like, oh, but you don't know this nigga, like it's all like we can put it into abstractions of, oh, you don't actually know him on a personal level, you don't. But if someone's going to go out of their way to portray themselves in a specific way, I'm going to receive the way that they're portraying themselves. If someone's going to go on all their songs and be like, I don't like gay people, I don't like da 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 da, and I'm horrible to black women, I'm going to listen to what they are saying to me, and I'm going to listen to what they are saying to me. That's it.
I actually,
You know what
I
I mean?
actually don't know. I actually don't know the facts about
So there's
being horrible to gay people
That's valid, Co.
or anything like that.
But-
Yeah,
but-
I actually
your
don't know
point
the
is
facts about
valid.
that, Co.
Your
I actually
point is
don't know
valid.
any about that. Anything
Let me
about that,
just
Co.
say,
And in today's time, I agree with you. Like, you can't just be an asshole. I'm gonna be against you. But
Yeah, of course.
I'm not trying to shoot Bill to Euro Droog. I just don't know Euro Droog. I heard the homophobic jokes, but I hear them all the time. Yeah,
I
just
don't feel
know.
like I don't think like the point that I don't think is like trying to be made here is that like we gotta like do like fucking cancel these niggas and make sure nobody fucks with them. I feel like so much of the conversation gets caught up in like cancel culture as extrapolations
Word.
and shit. But I feel like it is so easy to hide behind shit and hide behind like these concepts of like artistry and all this shit in like such a parasocial format that
Right.
I feel like niggas get sheepdogged in the shit. And I feel like
I never want to do that. I don't want to let niggas hide behind anything, but I would like to separate them and say that two things can be true. Yes, you're a problematic individual. Yes, you rap good. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like,
and to your point, Co, real quick.
That's like everybody.
And to your point,
what value
Co,
is there to that though? Like genuinely, like on the rapping well and being a horror, what value does that bring?
What value that it brings two things being true. One thing, it brings value to the space of rap because you rap good.
Right.
The other thing, that it negates value, it pulls value away from us all trying to just get along, right? So then, like, you're problematic, so we need to, like, separate that from the fact that you rap good because those are two separate things. So you add value to this, and then you're negative. You're building and destroying at the same time. It's complex, it's nuanced, it's fucked up. And to your point, and I do have to leave in like 2 minutes, like for real, but I just want to say, we got to protect all of our marginalized people. We are black people in America. We understand what it means to be marginalized. We need to protect the gays, the theys, the ladies, the women, the babies, the children, everybody, right? This needs to happen, like for real. But so what I'm saying is though, yeah, shout out like everybody that's ever been marginalized for any reason, right? We need to at least understand the ways that they've been marginalized, and we need to work on a world where that doesn't continue to happen. Okay, like let me just say that as a base level. We are talking about rap music, yo. We know that DMX is a legend. We know that he also said that he would sexually assault a child on a song multiple times. Like we know that Big is a legend. We know what the fuck Biggie has said. We know that these people and DMX would give you, if he was alive today, I'm just saying, like, yo, he said deeply homophobic, crazy shit, and I guarantee you he would hug a gay person in real life because, like, again, people are just nuanced. It's like, yo, and I don't want to put anybody in a dangerous position, like walking up to a bear and seeing if it's friendly, right? I'm just saying that in real life, people are different in every way. In real life, that nigga that pretends he's a gangster is not a gangster. In real life, the nigga that pretends he's a hater is not a hater. Hate Island 2026, yo. The only real hate can come from real love. That's what I'm gonna tell you. So the biggest hater you think is a hater is really just someone with misplaced love in their heart. And I'm not saying you need to move forward with that as an assumption. I'm just saying that that's my experience, and we all have different experiences. And I love y'all. That's my
real quick. I gotta say, Mega be hating on me for being a Twitter fingers nigga. Q was the one nigga that gets some more Twitter arguments than me.
But I'm just saying my point, right? I didn't want to argue with nobody.
I agree with your point.
This is what I want to say to this, Q. Q, this is our first time having a real interaction. We are not familiar with each other in social media spaces, but I had a really good time with you. I appreciate you
so much,
laying out your thoughts clear and concise. And again, like, I don't think any of us are trying to prove each other wrong. I don't think any of us are trying to say that any of our experiences are fucking dumb or less. But I also think that all of us are just trying to navigate this space, and
Exactly.
I appreciate you,
Yeah.
like doing stuff in this space. And the
Thanks.
things you said
Appreciate
tonight, like I consider you a comrade, and I'm gonna reach out to you on the side, and hopefully you and I can build another aspect of this relationship that we shared
likewise
tonight,
to
man.
you.
I fuck
Likewise
with
to
you, Q.
Co.
Thank you,
Yo,
fam.
likewise
Thank you,
to
fam.
everybody,
Yeah, it
all
was
party
wonderful.
involved. Dano, I appreciate
Wonderful.
y'all, man.
Yeah.
Trey, I appreciate y'all.
I know
Really,
my
really
mic
wonderful.
got a little sharp there, but no, it is all love, like for real.
Yo,
Like,
it's really, really love. Co, I'm
yeah,
dead.
yeah.
No,
We
I actually
should
think
argue against
It's
I-
love. Like, and I'm gonna be
I
over the
think-
pond real soon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna
Okay,
come
well,
try and
when that happens, you hit me up, man.
I'm so happy that Co did not hold her tongue. Like
Yeah,
Co,
don't. Please don't.
I've told Co, like, stop. Like, if you feel away, say away.
Yeah,
And tonight is one of the nights that Co was like, "Fuck that shit."
Yeah,
I got something
when
to
I say I used to live in
and
SF,
it made it
dog,
better.
I had
made it
gay,
better.
trans roommates, homies, people. These are my people. But the same way that my white people are my people, and like my Mexican people and all my people that are different, sometimes we're gonna end up in a conversation that has to address it. And I'm glad we're all respectful enough and adult enough to know what time it is. And I would like to say that in signing off because I need to go catch the train right now. And nothing but love from me and mine to you and yours, everybody. I'm gonna holler at y'all very soon, man.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Q.
Peace.
I'll send you the video tomorrow.
I love.
No, but
Co,
one thing, Co, before you go off. Yeah, this is what I want from you, Co. Like, don't hold your tongue. Like, you're smart, you're brilliant, your opinions are valid. Everything you have to say is something that is dialectical. Like, just let it go. Like, Co and we've had conversations in the past where it was like, Co was like, I don't really feel comfortable with that coming out, but you would feel more comfortable about it if you just came out of your face with it. You know what I mean? Like, say it, and I appreciate it. And like, you with people that you care about, you got to give the respect to them to give them their opinions and share yours. And and if you really care about each other, we'll meet on common ground. And Co, like, you're absolutely right about this critique, and I really, even though I took a little pee break, I really enjoyed you being like, nah, wait a minute, fuck that. Because I agree with you, Co. I agree with you. Like, Co, you're one of my best friends. You are brilliant. You are also one of the only people that I know who has a certain experience. My gal, like, you are living a different experience than most of the people that I have. And if I don't listen to your unique experience, what the fuck am I doing? I just listen to a bunch of white people talking about Avatar? No, bro. Co, always talk. Always give your position. Don't ever feel like anybody's going to fuck with you. And if it feels confrontational in a fight mode, if you're with me, I'll fight for you. I'll fight for you. I'll punch in the face. I'll fight for you. I've got your back, Co. I love you. You're one of my best. You're one of my best friends. I deeply care about you. I am not being facetious in any way or hyperbolic in any way. I love you, Co. You're fucking brilliant and beautiful, and I will beat up Trey for you right now. I'll fight for Trey's ass too, but
shut up. We're having a moment.
Come on,
Trey, shut up. We're having a moment.
Yeah.
No, because
I just want to say that to you, Co. I want to remind you of that, Co. Because like
we have
you and I
in the past where I'm messaging you after like, yo, I didn't like this, but it's like having that conversation with Q just now, it was like, okay, wait, there's a real space to have these conversations in a very nuanced way in these spaces, and it be quite calm and nice. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna make sure for future reference, I'm gonna definitely talk up a little more.
It's important for us to do that because Q has good points. You have good points. Dano has good points. Trey has good points. But the important thing about it is that we're not trying to prove each other wrong. We're trying to discuss how we feel about the shit. And that is what separates us from the correct answer machines that occur online terminally. Like, we're really trying to have relationships with each other and build a community. We're not trying to be the smartest person in the room. At least not me. maybe Trey, but not me.
Look at this
Ooh.
bitch ass.
Well, no, and the
I-
value.
I love Trey so much, man. Trey is my little brother. I love Trey so much.
This nigga Mega tried to turn up on me like he was actually talking to Elliot Wilson, bro.
He told me, run it back.
I don't even know who
Run it
Elliot
back.
Wilson is.
Run
I
it
was
back.
lost. I was lost. I don't know.
He
who
tried
I
to
is.
bingo
bro,
card
like,
me
in
2 times in a row. He
No.
did the same joke. Bingo card.
Mega,
So
listen.
the other
There he
value
goes again.
here-
Do it again.
The other value in what Code did, right? Beyond the love and all that stuff and all the uniqueness, is that criticism of Yod is really active. And so if you just let it hang and you just say, I talked to Yod the other day and he's great, but people love him, people hate him anyway. That's not a sincere conversation until
That's right.
you bring the other side in.
It's like what I did on the last episode. What's up with the minutes? I was like, "You're a Jew, bitch ass nigga." Like I didn't like it wasn't valuable to do that, but I just wanted to hate on him because I love Trey, and I know Trey don't really fuck with him like that. And I was like trying to rock with Trey. I blame Trey for that.
To Yod, by the way, Yod spent so many years, and a lot of the documented stuff that Co brought up was Yod in his instigator mode, right? Full on button pusher, coming out there, pushing as many buttons as he could and enjoying being like someone who riles people up. And this last album was kind of him dealing with the reputation of that and living with that reputation and how it's not great all the time. You know what I mean? Like, and so hopefully we'll get more of that. We'll get more of like, oh, wait, if I poke everyone all the time, people don't love it.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch up.
I do want to quickly actually go back to what Q's topic actually was, because we got mad sidetracked for a bit talking about the drug shit. But I found the list idea thing, because we kind of chopped it up before he actually came to that idea and topic. Like me and Q talked in Twitter DMs, and it moved in the direction of that. And one thing I kind of wanted to bring out on, because we talked about B Dot and we talked about Elliot Wilson. I don't know who that guy is, but like those are individual figures. Those are individual figures, and like yeah, no, and I mean, like, we have those individuals who we can point to and say, okay, these people aren't hip hop, and what they're doing is da 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 da. But what I find really interesting is like when we then compare that to like how Pitchfork do their lists and things like that, and how those lists are like formulated and constructed and built to get a reaction. The way that Pitchfork and all of them make their money is how long you're gonna scroll down on that thing so you can get as many ads in your eye as possible. So it's like at the same time as it's imperative that we have these individuals who can push us forward, like how Dano does, like how Rap Music Pub Podcast does, like how No Podcast Name does. Like there are so many platforms that are doing this. We can't really look to Pitchfork and those for these type of stuff, because their lists are incentivized to get the most amount of people talking about it. You know what I mean? When you mentioned before that, okay, like Pitchfork are going to talk about Cannibal Ox now, there's a reason to talk about Cannibal Ox now, because people talking about Cannibal Ox now, people are going to make a big deal of that, and then that's an important thing. You know what I mean? If every single year Pitchfork's going to put out their list, it's going to have that one choice. You're like, oh, I'm not really sure about that. And that not really sure about that is going to get someone talking about it on Twitter. And then that's going to get famous. And then everyone's going to be retweeting that. And that's how them niggas make their money. So it's like,
they put Bob Pace on a list this year. and I was like, I didn't know anybody knew about Bob Pace besides me.
And I'm glad he got that placement. But, you also got to consider what that placement's for and what it represents. Because it doesn't, to me, no media outlet representing any artist is purely for the artists and purely for the promotion of those artists like careers. All of this shit is directly and primarily for the building of those outlets, the
music industry infrastructure.
The Pitchfork isn't using like what Sun Monday was brought up earlier. Pitchfork is putting Sun Monday on their thing so they can make money off of Sun Mondays name. You know what I'm saying? It's great that they can also, shout him out and get him a little platform, but the only
benefit is that Sun Mooney gets a little bit of light from that.
Yeah, for how long? Like
it's only a little bit.
How many niggas are reading them shits? Like
I have a rant on this if you guys are interested. So,
I do. I'm
what-
so interested.
What Co is saying is important. So there is lists, interviews, reviews don't matter at all without vibrancy, right? Vibrancy. What does vibrancy mean? It's bridge building, what you're talking about. So before you guys started, what's up with the minutes? Trey Does was already a super key element of vibrancy. Let me give you an example. Okay. So I do an interview with Sudoku. I'm the first person to do an interview with Sudoku. There's no, I'm taking a chance. I don't know if anybody gives a fuck, right? Like, so I put this out, it goes out, but it just goes out to who I know, right?
Yeah.
Trey picks it up. Sudoku's dope. Everybody's got to hear Sudoku. Everybody's got to check this interview. Fick picks it up. Sudoku's dope. Everybody got to check Sudoku. All of a sudden, we've got this other level, Rhino, right? We've got these other people who are putting this out and saying, yo, this is dope. And they're beating the streets all year. They're a street team, right? And people that follow Fick, people that follow Trey know that they have good ears. So they're like, oh shit, if Trey's saying to check this, maybe I'll check this, right? So we wouldn't be vibrant without those cats who are system think and all people who are like doing this and playing an active part in the vibrancy of the conversation around these albums. You know?
Yeah, for sure. I always do think, like, I remember even like the way Carr operated on Twitter was just a lot of showing love to folk. And that is kind of the vibrancy that I feel like you're kind of getting at is, you can have all of these media publications saying whatever the media publication is going to say. But at the end of the day, the people who are really on the ground and who are really fucking with the people who are making art, are the people we should be celebrating and hyping up, I like, in the end thing, like, I understand why Droog was like, Carr said I'm dope, because I would rather have Carr say I'm dope than Pitchfork say I'm dope. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like that those people who are sitting down and who decide that one of their main missions are going to be, I'm going to put forward as much of the culture as I can. I'm going to shout out as much of the culture as I can. Like how Trey does on Twitter when he's not being annoying.
Why wouldn't you say that?
Yeah, no, for sure. But you gotta get what I'm getting at is like the people and figures who their thing is so much more than just putting out an artist and saying an artist's name for the fact that they said that artist's name. That's the important part there. You got Trey when Trey isn't doing the thing that you say he does on Twitter, when he's doing what he normally does and he's just shouting out niggas and shit like that. Like when Trey's doing that, the importance that holds to me is a vital part of the ecosystem we're in and the lists culture we're in. And I would much rather see a list from Trey than like most niggas, And obviously that's my friend, so it's a little different as well, but that's kind of how I operate within the little ecosystem of it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, like I said earlier, with like the list or just the wider list culture, like outside of just like individual people's list, like I said before, a lot of it reinforces a status quo, and I don't even mean that in like just a musical sense. I feel like we like block a lot of like different demographics out by maintaining a hip hop culture that constantly circulates these same artists, and you like don't actually get to hear from people like Cozy who has a unique perspective, or like Rama, like exploring shit that like I've never heard explored in a rap record in that way.
Mainstream hip hop culture hates a gay nigga, man. they hate a nigga that is comfortable showing a butt or some shit. They really hate a nigga. They really hate a cute nigga that is just like fine with not saying pause. The mainstream rap culture hates a nigga that is like fine with not saying pause. Like me, I am perfectly fine to be cute and show my little black ass butt to Co, and Co be like, oh, that's a nice butt.
Nice butt,
and I'm
bro.
perfectly fine to show my little black ass butt to the ghost of Christmas niggerdom, and he'd be like, nigga, why are you sharing your butt? But two of those niggas is not gonna be like, gay, I hate you, why don't you listen to the clips? Like, we hate that. We really hate a nigga who is just like comfortable, not worrying about gay or fucking homosexuality. Like that's
Yep.
why
but
niggas
I feel
love
like-
to
like,
pause. Niggas
yeah,
love to pause.
just like
And,
to the
and yeah, it's just weird.
to the punch. I feel like it's doing like maintenance to like a lot of those attitudes, a lot of those fucking like
Yes.
closed-minded attitudes that come into
Yes.
music, and like to some extent, like even on like a mainstream level, like even on the level where niggas like Cardi are coming up, I feel like that has opened up. Like nigga, queer people love Cardi. They love Cardi in a way that like they're
As
not
they
able to
should.
engage with like Lloyd Banks and Ransom in the same
Yeah.
way.
Right.
And I feel like just gay
Cardi B's titties look like the surface of Mars. We should all love
I
that.
meant Playboy Cardi, but both
nigga, I've seen her titties. Them motherfuckers just brown as fuck. They look like Rockies.
Nigga,
They look like the surface of Mars, nigga. I seen her titties. Like,
what are you
enjoy
talking about?
space, nigga. Stop chilling. Like, let's hate on it.
The Ghost of Mars. That's
Yeah, I've done seen Ice Cube on the face of Mars. Like, come on, yeah. You right though, Trey. Go off. You right, King.
Anyway,
Go on, beloved.
TLDR. Be mindful with your list. Think about what you can expose people to, what you can put people onto. I'm a big advocate of not just putting out a list, but like talk about the shit, discuss the music.
I think that's
maintain
like
this hierarchy.
Yeah, I remember like there was a time in hip hop Twitter when like everyone was posting like these like topsters, and they're like,
yo, what does that mean? Nigga, y'all all got the same album.
Yeah, they used to post these things. It's like huge grids of albums that they love and stuff like that. And it was interesting. Like you would see all these things, but then the issue I think in a lot of the time was like it wouldn't lead to a conversation about those albums. It would be like, this is my taste. Look at it, you know. And I think that's kind of that culture has kind of gone away because there was a lack of interaction there to kind of build from. And I think like what Trey does his end of year list, and he basically writes an essay for every single album there. That is a more engaging and thoughtful way to approach that shit. And you know, Pitchfork, because they got all of their resources, they can basically do that same shit.
The only reason that would matter to you to listen to Trey's list is if you had some type of relationship with Trey. Otherwise, it's just fucking wallpaper. It's just wallpaper. It's just bullshit.
If you wanna get put onto some music and get put onto some underrated artist,
sure,
a dark horse album of the year, something that nobody else knows of.
2 hours and 20 minutes into the episode, we're moving on to the third. I thought we were gonna let it go.
Minimum, bro. I thought it was 3 hours minimum.
Dano, are we doing it? Are we going through with it?
So I just wanted to say that the biggest thing that's messing up people's list is there's an implicit
homosexuality.
Okay. There's an implicit caste system that comes out of the braggadocio in hip hop, right? Where like, you know, that's why the Clips and Nas and these are supposed to be artists
Wale
on a different level, right? And you're like, you can't compare like so and so to so and so. And so what I would do, like, and this was my kind of beginning thing with when I first met Kay at work, was like, this guy's really good at analyzing hip hop, but he's just talking about Drake and Jay. Like, so let me throw him other shit. So I just threw him other shit. What do you think about this? It's very insightful. And so then I'd be like, all right, so Jay's great, but what if Ka was on the same song with Rock and Jay? Do you know who'd have the best verse? And he was,
Jay.
So it started to break that caste system, this, you know, Sun Moondy out-rapped Nas this year. Like, that's just what it is. Like, it's okay to say that, you know?
Yeah, and I think that kind of goes into the thing Q was saying with the Legends thing. That's why I kind of push back against that as well, because like I think we got these niggas who are like, my bad Trey. We'll get to your thing. We'll get to Dark Horses in a sec. But it's like for me, a lot of the legend talk kind of forgets the fact that, you know, those people were put in a position and a lot of them didn't maintain that position. You know what I mean? A lot of people just had that, they maintained it because they had it in the first place, rather than stayed at that level that would demand getting that thing. So, you know, when you have your list and it just has to have Nas Clips, because it's like the culture necessitates putting those people on that pedestal still. But you know, realistically, I feel like you get a more fruitful conversation when you don't mention any of them niggas.
Right.
Because they don't
And
deserve
on
to
the
be in the
topic-
conversation. My
yeah.
opinion, my idea.
And on
my
the topic of of homosexuality in hip hop, Ghostface Killer, fix that
Ghostface
shit. Fix that shit. That's fucked up.
Mm.
Come on, it's fucked
Well,
up.
now Ghostface has a son who's I believe gay. But
And just put out an album under the name Infinite Coals, and it's fucking
Yeah.
beautiful and heartbreaking, and it's about how wishes he had a relationship with his dad. Like it's stupid. That's fucking stupid.
That is heartbreaking. Wait, so Ghostface Killer's son has an album where that is
Yeah,
like
Infinite
like, I don't
Coals.
remember.
It's
That is
beautiful.
so sad.
It's a beautiful album. Yeah,
Infinite Codes. I'm gonna check this shit out.
it's a beautiful album, and it's about a lot of it is about the relationship with his dad being ripped away because of this bullshit.
This nigga Mega better start
Yeah.
shut up, bro.
Bullshit.
Nah, I was just looking
Yeah.
because I lost 10 kilos. You know what that means in pounds?
Hey, you looking good.
Thank you, bro. I lost 10 kilos. That's like 20 pounds.
That's
Oh
crazy.
shit, you looking
Yeah.
straight.
I know, like Mega
Oh,
looking slim
yo.
as fuck.
This six
That
pack
pisses
coming
me
back.
off,
I'm about to
nigga.
get mad hoes on the
Pisses me
side.
off.
Me and
Now
Trey
you
go.
make me look
Trey
fat.
gonna fly. Trey gonna fly to Tokyo. And me and Trey gonna have all the hoes. I'm just gonna sit on Trey's shoulders and get bitches.
Mega.
Ha!
What's your Dark Horse album? What's your Dark Horse album?
Let's go.
My Dark Horse album. I got you.
Yes.
I've got you. Now listen. I thought about this a lot, and I had a few different choices. One of my choices was Blue and August Fanon 40. I thought that was a great album that had two incredible artists meet each other and celebrate something. You know, August Fanon, Blue are both incredibly tight. I also thought that Fly Anakin and the Forever Dream was a wonderful project that worked together well, that a lot of people should have loved more, but they didn't. But I also did see that album end up on a couple year-end lists because, of course, you know,
nigga with Quelle got number one.
Yeah, I mean,
Quelle
Quelle,
number one song of the year.
yeah. I mean, Quelle Chris is amazing, and that's also what I was thinking about with that. I thought a lot of people would put that on their list, so not necessarily a dark horse. Another album that I thought could have been on a dark horse list was the Rap Ferreira, The Night Green Side of It. While he does have kind of like a diminishing number of people that fuck with his music, a lot of people do fuck with it. It's also very good. It's radioactive still to a degree. I love that album. I thought it was great.
I felt with that record, like, I don't know, I really enjoyed it. I wanted
It's
it to be
Kenny
a little
Siegel, bro.
crazier
Like Kenny
out
Siegel.
there.
Like,
Yeah, but
it's amazing.
it wasn't to me the most like
Yeah.
foundations it could have been.
I agree.
'Cause I'm listening-
I agree.
Like, you hear the opening, and I'm like expecting this album to fucking kill me. You know, like
Yeah.
what's the Prince?
It's not.
Like
It wasn't.
That album started. I really expected the album to be like really out there tonically.
It wasn't as mind blowing as like Purple Moonlight Pages, but it was very good.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
very,
another
very
album,
great, very great.
another album that I thought could have been a dark horse pick was Shamar, Emergency. The album itself is phenomenal. It's incredible. Outside House, like Shamar is incredible. He's a younger, like a newer artist who doesn't have the accolades, is not going to end up on a pitchfork list, so to speak, but it's incredible. And also on the back of that, there was the remix album by August Fanon that I might like more than the original. Like, I don't really want to get into it, but Shamar is amazing. Now, after
you know how crazy it is to just be like making music and then August Fanon makes a fucking remix out. I would die.
Incredible.
I would die immediately, bro. That's crazy.
the August Fanon Haram remix, one of my favorite albums of the year.
Yeah, no, that's-
I didn't
that's
know where to
good,
put
yeah.
it because it's like a remix album. It's like the Haram came out like 2-3 years ago. Like
It's like 5 years ago now, bro.
August
It's
Fanon
been
is
older.
just amazing. But the album that I chose for my Dark Horse album of the year was one that I felt that met my nephew K-Rock on a really like black, like bumps in the whip level. And it also met like me on a kind of like, this is weird and interesting level. My Dark Horse pick album of the year for my Album number 11 or album number 2 of the year is Silk Money. Who waters the wilting giving tree
Silk
once the
Money.
leaves dry up and the fruit no longer bear? Let me read that one
On
more
your
time
title.
again for
Do
y'all,
it.
Go on,
because
go
that
on.
album title is crazy.
In a pirate
Silk
voice.
Money. Who waters the wilting giving tree once the leaves dry up and the fruit no longer bear? This album is incredible to me. The beats bumping the whip. They're so hard. They're so wide and distinguished. There's so many different levels of it. He approaches the topics in so many different ways. Like it's pro black power, it's pro feminist. Like he really rocks with women on this album. He's like, if you gotta tell a bitch about your gig, that ain't really your bitch. Like he's really like
rocking with
a
women.
good. Yeah, he's rocking with
How
women.
is that? How
He's
is that
fucking.
with women? No, that's
No,
a good
he said
question.
he said like what he's saying is like, if you doing crime and you tell your woman about what you doing, all you really doing is putting her in place to get fucking caught up in the legal system.
Okay.
If she don't know, then she free to go, and that's real
would let
nigga
her do
shit.
crime with me.
He's
I
so
completely misunderstood.
well,
that part.
well, Cole,
But that's
Cole,
not
I'm
something I
gonna be
like.
real with you.
I don't come
I'm
from
gonna be
that
real with you, Cole. In all of our conversations, I've never heard about you punching somebody in the face. I've never heard about you robbing from anybody. Like you don't live this lifestyle. You do not live this lifestyle. And when I listen to Silk Money, the authenticity pours out. The creativity pours out. The intellectualism pours out. Like the title tracks of this song are just amazing. Like everybody has a Woods album or like somebody on it, but like nobody is talking about Silk Money like this. But Silk Money is on the Forever Dream. Silk Money is on Woods album. Silk Money is on a No Names album. Silk Money is an artist who just has not got their flowers, and who waters the wilting giving tree once the leaves dry up and the fruit no longer bear. The album, who waters the wilting giving tree and once the leaves dry up and the fruit no longer bear. This album is so spectacular, and the reason I chose it as my dark horse is because I've mentioned it a couple times in the rap music plug joint, and people have been like, yeah, the Silk Money's good, but nobody has said the title. Nobody has said a song that was good. Nobody is really giving him credit, and this motherfucker is fucking crazy, bro. Like one of the things I love about this is because like I'm a cat that is not antisocial. Like I don't value the clips for selling drugs. I don't value hating women or being antisocial and being like homophobic or anything like that. Like, but I'm also a cat that is like hella down to like punch you in the face. I'm also a cat that like will like if I'm in the States, like I'm riding with a gun, like I got my gun and maybe it's registered or maybe it's not, but like Silk Money is just like a real cat to me. I when I'm listening to this shit, like I feel like I put this shit on for my nephews, and my nephew's like, yo, the drums bang. What'd he say? Oh shit, that's kind of hard. I don't really love it, but wait, I might love it. And I also feel like when I put this shit on to somebody that's not really into independent underground weirdo like Billy Wood shit, they'd be like, yo, this beat is weird. Oh, he riding that beat. Oh, what is he saying? Oh, wow, that's a really crazy, interesting way to talk about death and reincarnation and the power of all these spiritual things that come into play. Like Silk Money on this album, who waters the wilting giving tree once the leaves dry up and the fruit no longer bear. I feel like I'm the only person that really listened to this shit and said album of the year, and that's why it's my dark horse pick. There's a lot of good music this year, but how has Silk Money slipped under attention where he's on Woods and he's on everything and nobody's still, he's on No Name, and nobody's still giving him his flowers. This album is crazy.
This. I think I have a counter here, Mega.
What is it? What happened?
So the thing, I think the tone that I've seen when discussing Silk Money is, boy, it's an incredible first listen, but it's not not that re-listenable.
Like
I think-
Jungle Pussy or some shit, right?
Right. It's like, this is incredible the first time, but it's not something that draws you in as you keep listening to it. So I think that's like maybe a space to
I feel
grow
you.
with that.
I feel you. I
but-
disagree heavy, but I feel you.
I think
I'm
that's
personally
like
I've enjoyed Silk Money's previous projects quite a bit more than this recent one, just because like he's kind of moving into a different production world than I'm really too interested in, and like his old albums had that element to them, but I'm definitely I'm not as big on this project because it's in a few too many places for me personally, for me to lock in on it as one consistent vibe. But I do fuck with Silk Money a lot. It's just this album.
I have to admit, for your point, Ko, is that I'm not like super familiar with the past parts of his catalog or their catalog, but yo, like this album is just good. In the song titles, like he competes with like a Chris Crack, or he competes with like a Open Mike Eagle on the song titles. The song titles are fucking amazing. It's just like
I think Silk Money has a little more to say than Chris Crack as well, which is the reason why I really do like the way he
that's
titles.
also one of the reasons I'm there too.
A lot of Chris Crack's titles, like they say something interesting, but then the song isn't doing anything with an like interesting idea wise. Like it's a lot of great rapping, but it's not.
If I get down to brass tacks, I think that Silk Money is saying more things than a lot of people on this album. Like he's there with Miles Sell. Like he's on like a Kendrick level. He's like some of the things he's really talking about this album are not as pronounced. Like Open Mike U doesn't talk about these things. He's got a song called "Never Trust a Bitch That Explodes." Like fucking the whale is only as blue as you it is. Like they're like he's actually getting towards a lot of deep and concise ideas about things that seem kind of like invaluable, but he is approaching many different topics on this album that I just have not seen even from Teller Banks that we championed so much earlier. Like Oops Honey, I Shrunk Myself. Like there's things going on here. And I got to admit that one of the reasons that I particularly love it is the same reason I love Charlie Murphy. It is deeply niggerish, bro. It's deep. No, Charlie Murphy. It's deeply niggerish. Like he's not trying to be woke. He's not trying to be smart. He's not trying to kick knowledge. He's not trying to fucking rhyme. He's just a brother who is doing raps, and all of them hit the like. If I'm on the street with you, bro, like, hey, yo, let me get a Lucy. Let me get a cigarette. Like, I talk to him. He is so human to me on this. Like, I've not heard anything. Like, even the Fly Anakin Forever Story, like My Nigga, all the songs they have, even featuring Silk Money on that album, it doesn't feel as like rooted to me in just like a regular nigga outside. Like this album really feels to me like, bro, is just like, yo, what up? And I'm like, okay.
You actually talking to someone. That was
like that's what I get from it. And like I'm not trying to really sell anybody on this. Like I'm not trying to really like tell y'all this is the reason it's good. But I'm telling you this is why I love it.
Yeah. I think you hit the issue though, Mega. I think like so I've heard Silk Money on Real Notes with Cinema Side, Dylan Green.
Okay, yeah.
And it's a very good sit down, and Silk Money was talking about how much you love 50 Cent, and it kind of clicked for him like, oh, this is an art rap cat, but who has 50 Cent kind of energy in his heart. Like, so that
outside nigga, man, like really there.
Right. So that mixture throws off listeners where they're like, am I listening to an erudite rap Ferrera thing? No. But I'm not listening to a full-on thuggish situation. Like this is so that gray area takes an audience time to understand. I think.
For sure. And
He
I'm still
don't.
trying to understand it too, because what Mega said earlier on about like I don't come from that world. That is a significant amount of the reason I can't really I don't love Silk Money like that. It's because I'm listening to stuff and it's like it feels very far away from me. It feels like the situations that are being discussed is like, I mean, that's some grown man shit. I'm out here like I'm a young girl, you know what I mean? Like
It's
you know what I mean?
not anything against what
Young,
type of
black,
person
and
you are,
gifted.
but it is a distinct different type of experience that even in the mainstream rap sphere is different. Like what is he, East Coast rapper? What is he like? Like there's a lot of things going
Where's
on
he
here.
from? Do you guys know where he's from?
He
Is he
from
VA?
New York.
VA.
Yeah, he from the East Coast somewhere. But
like
he
he's
got a
Virginia.
lot of East Coast tendency. But like one of the things that really encapsulate for me is like when I listen to him, I hear a grown man that is not apologizing for who he was or trying to explain the reasons he did. It's just a grown man that's just like, shit happens, and here goes some rap for it.
Right.
And I tremendously value a voice here that is not trying too hard to be anything else other than who they are. I just like my man's name is Silk Bunny, and the S got a fucking $sign on it.
Right.
I don't think that this is actually the type of cat that I really go towards. You guys know me. I'm a weird academic art rap type of person.
Nerd.
Like I love poetry. I love theory. You're right, Trey, in terms of being a nerd for that type of shit. But I also am the type of cat that plays this shit. And if you call me a nerd to my face, Trey, I'm gonna open hand slap you and be like, let's go. That's who I am. And that's why I like Silk Money. I like Silk Money because Silk Money does not come across to me as trying to be a person. He comes across me as a fucking, like, I hear the beat, I do it to the beat.
Yeah.
I like weird shit. I'm weird. I know weird athletes. I know weird art. I know weird black niggas. I know black history. I know what it means to be on the street. And all I do is just do me. And that's why I like this Silk Money shit. Silk Money catapulted himself. I liked him before, but Silk Money off of this album catapulted himself into like a top 10 my favorite unassailable artist right now. He's there with Quelle Chris and Rama and motherfucking a few here. I like it. I be talking shit. I be talking shit.
Shout out Silk Money. Dano, what's your dark horse pick?
I have never heard Silk Money's name said more than that explanation. That was awesome.
That's why I felt that. I've never heard it either.
He's from Richmond, Virginia. I was right with the Virginia. So
shout out to Nicholas F. Shout out to all those Virginia cats.
VA,
the Mad Skills, motherfucking the Neptunes, all them niggas out there. My brother Kari lives out there. My brother Kari out there.
Real quick. No, don't say up now.
Is he sleeping again?
He was like, I took a double shot energy and I'm still about to fall asleep, nigga.
Nah, he got Christmas trees in the background. He said, "Hark the angels sing." La 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 la.
I think I'm like really in my background right now.
So
I be laughing at Trey sleeping, but I know this nigga work all night and he just trying his best to keep up with us. I love this nigga Trey.
Energy levels, yeah. So let
go ahead.
Next, this one of those situations, like I said, where Cinema Side Dylan Green comes on my show and fucks up my whole year, right? This is not a hip hop pick, by the way. It's called, the album's called With All Due Respect, and it's by KWN Queen, and it's 9 tracks, 25 minutes, and it's not
according to Mega.
It's not a soul album. It's not even kind of like a standard issue R&B album of the like Summer Walker relationships kind of shit. It's lustful. It's like, take off your clothes, let's go. like, and it has that kind of wet, sticky, like we're fucking tonight, like personality to it that I think is so special and so hard to nail. Like Marvin Gaye's "I Want You" type shit. Like it's a fucking classic. It's gonna go deeper than this year for me. It's one of those albums that I'm always gonna go back to, where like do what I say, talk you through it. Like you've just never heard anything like talk you through it. Like that's crazy. Like totally. I love hardcore lesbian sex albums. They're awesome.
Like Four Dawn Blondes. I said, hey. Oh my God. I said, hey.
Shout out to Cody Shane. Like there's a lot of great like lesbian rap R&B that is just intensely sexual and so fucking interesting because it's not delivered from the gross, 6 letter
man.
Yeah,
I am so like ignorant to all the shit you're talking about right now.
Yeah,
I'm be like Remy Ma.
I'm listening
niggas
to
that like rap music.
Queen right now. I'm listening to Queen right now, and like I'm hearing what you're putting down. Though I'm hearing what you're putting down. That is the sounds. I don't know what's the pronoun.
I try to Google it. I feel like I got the wrong album. I saw yeah, I Googled
like,
that, and there was a guy with like a fucking like a low Caesar.
That's not a good.
I think this is just Butch at its strongest, dude.
Right.
I think this is just this is simply the
Butch at its strongest is Bulma for me. And I feel like Trey understands that shit. Bulma is Butch as fuck. Did you see her shoulders in the Namek saga?
No, but it's not. That's not what she means.
That's not what Butch means, bro.
You ain't.
I don't know. I'm not gay enough. I'm super gay. I don't know.
Wham. No, Bulma's wham, but she ain't Butch. That's a different terminology. It's like
kids got different issues, man. I don't know.
You know stud, right? You know stud as a term.
Yes.
Yeah, like that's what Butch is now, but for non-black people.
Am I a stud?
No,
nigga, you're not on the team.
Where do I sit on the spectrum?
He's trying to put himself.
I just want to know what options I have. Cozy, do you think Cozy? Am I cute or not? Like, let me know.
You a cutie. I like the outfit. I like the little.
No, I actually don't want to hear your answer. I want to hear Trey say if I'm cute or not. Trey, I lost 10 pounds. Am I cute, Trey?
Trey's written about this. It's not. It's in editing right now.
Trey's
sleeping on me. Trey's sleeping on me for real. Sleeping on me. I just want to know. I just want to fucking know. I just want to know.
No answer. Okay. Ooh, that's crazy.
Mega.
Cole, I need to have deeper conversations with you to figure these things out that I don't understand. But okay, later in the future. Later in the future.
Who's next?
I felt cute.
No, wait. I got the queen. Queen, is that how it's pronounced?
Yep. I said queen. Yep.
Okay. Word. Do you like what? Are there any other projects by them that you'd recommend, or is it just that? That is their only album.
This is what I've been taking in. Yeah.
I feel like it's a bit of a whack name to call yourself Queen when there's also Freddie Mercury.
No,
how is it spelled?
It's spelled KWN.
Right.
Which I read that as Coon. I read that as Coon.
You read that as Coon?
I read that as Coon, bro. I was
it makes more sense to me than Freddie Mercury.
I was imagining KEWN. I thought the vowel that was being missed was an E.
I think Dan just changed the name because he wasn't comfortable saying Coon.
Yeah, I would
Coon. Is it racist or not? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Coon.
Yeah.
What are we doing, Dan?
You gotta pronounce the W. You gotta say the W. Quoon.
It's great. But
I'm in a precarious situation.
It's just I can't have all dude voices in my ear yelling about shit all the time. Like I can't.
Yeah, you can.
I can.
So
you underestimate yourself, bro. You underestimate yourself.
I've got to
We've been on this shit. We've been on this phone call for 2 hours and 47 minutes. You can handle a bunch of idiots in your
I've
voice,
got
in your
but I'll
ears.
spend the rest of my day with my wife, so that's going to be good. But yeah,
But she's not going to tell you to listen to Quoon.
was there. But yeah, it's it's a real holistic. It's one of those things where you do the 9 songs, and then you can just start over with the 9 songs. It's lean and mean. It's really beautiful. So yeah.
Who is next then? What is
I'll
what
go
is
next.
the
I'll go
topic?
next. I'll go next. On the topic of not being able to listen
Best for
to
last.
dudes all the time. My choice. I've got 2 choices.
Do it.
On the state of the game that I went on this year, Dano introduced me to Kelly Moonstone and her album New Moon.
Shout out Kelly.
That is a fantastic project.
Love that project.
Yeah, no, I've been listening to it a lot, bumping it a lot.
Is that a Native American woman or is that a black woman?
It's a black woman.
I think she's black.
Because Kelly Moonstone sounds like Navajo.
I don't know.
Sound like some real Native American shit.
She's a black woman.
Yeah.
Black
Okay.
woman.
Tight.
She dope. Like kind of like.
I love the narration of the album. I was like,
yeah,
rom-com-esque, like she's in like a show, but like she's like narrating her own life.
It's like she's in a show, but in that show they're watching a show, and it's like, it's great. Yeah, she's watching a show that is literally her life being acted out by like people in like a rom-com show. It's good. The way it goes about telling it's like kind of romancy story. She
got a J Electronica placement.
Oh yeah.
Electronica shit.
Yeah. We
Electron-domica. Hanukkah.
Electronica.
She kind of like toes a really great line between the R&B and rap shit and being amazing at both while creating like her own path within it as well. Like I think it's very easy for like a woman who raps to also be like, well, I sing as well. You know, like a lot of people have ended up in that niche and aren't like amazing at either, you know? And I feel like Kelly excels at both in like such a fantastic way across this entire record. It's brilliant. I thank Dan for putting that on my list. I don't think it's getting as much. I haven't seen as many people talking about this record as I would like to. I think it's a really, really well put together project. With a lot of people we love on it as well. Cavalier and Quelle Chris are on the closer. I don't necessarily think that song needed to be there, but like it's a great track that has 2 of our faves on it.
Like I said, a Quelle song doesn't need to be there. What's your problem?
But if
what's your problem?
It's the narrative of the album. Like me and Dan talked about it, but for the narrative of the album, it feels like it finished before they come on and do their thing. And it feels like it kind of takes away from what she was doing a little bit. But it is still a great
Trey.
song.
Don't ever question Cozy's fucking opinion.
I'll never forgive her.
She laid it out perfectly and destroyed your simple ass. Don't ever try to do that again.
And my other pick is Lotus by Little Sims.
Little Sims.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a hell of
that record is like
that.
There's a few songs on it that I think if you just got rid of them, it's my album of the year. Like
that song about her brother, one of the about her brother. That's one of the best songs
with Wretch 32, which is like man, like Wretch 32 has a real special place in my heart. Like seriously, like growing up, how I have grown up in the places I have grown up, and with the music around me that I have grown up with, Wretch 32 is sat in a very important place in that tapestry for my whole life now, basically. And Little Sims has slotted into that really nicely the last few years. Really great nicely. What's the previous project? Sometimes I might be Introvert. When that dropped, I remember losing my fucking mind of that album. And I've been waiting since for that to come back. And Lotus has really struck that chord for me. Like if you got rid of track 3, 8, and 9, that is my album of the year. Like Thief, Flood, Only, Free, Peace, Hollow, Blood, Lotus, Lonely, Blue with Sampha. Those tracks are outstanding. And there is such a attention to detail to specifically like the story crafting that this album is like so intent on. After all of the shit that happened with Inflow, after the personal stuff that we don't really know all the ins and outs of her family life, and how she goes over that with Wretch 32 on Blood, and like just the way that she constructs this album and the sounds in this album and the words on this album to build one huge, massive, like complete picture of her as a person right now is so masterfully done. I can't imagine that there's going to be a space where this album isn't talked about more in the future. It's just fantastic.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
know
goddamn.
UK rap falls out of that space a lot. Like UK rap very frequently falls out of the US like zeitgeist when it comes to the rap we're talking about. But Lil Sims
Lil
is
Sims carrying it.
serious, so serious.
Well,
yeah.
goddamn, nigga, like, why didn't you tell me about this album fucking 6 months ago? Like, the fucking the sales pitch, she just told me it was like, she just told me it was like, yeah, listen. Like, I didn't know about this at all. Like, thank you for putting me onto it on fucking December 19th at the end of the year. You should have told me about this shit fucking 16 months ago. Like,
You're right,
this
you're
shit
right, my
sounds
bad.
amazing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I tried to talk about it a lot in-
literally, this is the first time you've been like, this is the best album that I've ever heard. There's a lot of reasons for it. Particularly, I'm a genius and I load. Like, yeah, you did not try to hit me to this shit at all this year. I have a whole album review about Reese Langston this year, and you surprising me. Thank you, Co. You so beautiful. Thank you. You put me onto it. You put me onto it.
And in terms of UK rap, right? Like
surprise.
I thought Dave was a generational talent. I thought Dave was going to be.
I thought he was going to be the guy. I really thought that's his name.
But Dave has not grown and added anything to the toolbox.
Yeah,
it's like a lot
Little
of people.
Sims is always growing and adding flavors, and Lotus sounds very different from everything else in the past. And like that is a vibrant artist who is moving and growing, and it's one of the most important people to check, I think, in rap music.
Yeah, and she's always doing something very different between albums as well, which is what I find so incredible. Like, I think it's really like I would say I'm not a huge fan of a lot of her music. Like, I think there's a few albums that I'm not really into, but those albums that I'm not into are more so she just has so many bags that she can do that sometimes she'll just do one I don't want to listen to. You know what I mean?
Right.
Pink Sifu, like Pink Sifu's Be Kool-Aid albums are some of my favorite albums ever. I don't like any of those It's Too Quiet joints that have dropped. I didn't like It's Too Quiet. The more trap thing, the more like electronically produced things that he's been doing. I'm not as into that even a little bit. But like whenever he's doing the things I love, he's the best at it. And that's how I feel with Little Sims. Like whenever she's doing the thing I love her doing, like there's no one who does it like her. So I very much recommend that album. I know I haven't talked about it much. I talked about it a bit with Bleach.
Thanks.
Earlier in the
Thanks
year.
for the link. Yeah, I'll pay attention because I've actively not cared about Lil Sims.
No, it's
like,
good.
I've heard people say it before, and I've actively been like,
sometimes
I hate black women. I hate women. I hate white people. I only love myself. I'm gonna be busy. Yeah,
I think if you're gonna listen to anything by her, this recent album and Sometimes I Might Be Introvert are the albums for me.
Woo! Definitely.
I was at my college. I was at the Brit school.
What, that EDM joint she did, that EP, that shit sucked.
That shit was bad. That's why I'm not talking about. That's why I'm not talking about it.
Sometimes it might be Introvert is her blueprint. That's her big pop fun album.
I mean, when that album came out, I was in college, and I was at the Brit College. So basically, like the college, the school that funds the Brit Awards. So I was at that school, and then when like she won the award, I was there. They sent our year to the Brit Awards to see that shit happen live. I watched Little Sims perform Woman. No, she was like the introvert into Woman, and it was just such like a outstanding moment. Like that was one of the best nights of my life, dude. Best nights of my life.
Wow.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'll be out here. I'll be outside.
You earned it, Cozy.
Trey, add to the conversation. What you got for your pick?
Before my pick,
I
need your live reaction in the One Piece Twitter group chat to the color spread. I need your live reaction.
Oh shit!
Before we do that,
shit!
Now listen. To my artists, I'm not even gonna go get to the project yet. I'm gonna just name the resume of shit they've been on this year, and I need y'all to respect the resume, and I need y'all to guess who y'all think this is. All right. Now, first we got Ceci and that Pois un Portrait, the Miles Cook album that dropped earlier this year. They're on that
honorable mentions list.
That shit is amazing.
He's on Dreams by the Expert in Blue. He is on Emergency. He is on No School by Asterix. He is on He's on Defiance double album that dropped this year. He's Mo. He's on Contacting. He's on the Zilla Rock album 50s and 100s. He's on What It Looks Like by the Expert and Buck 65.
Is this
This
Def C?
nigga's on Celestephone. Yes, it's fucking Def C.
Yes, my goat.
Other blues.
Yeah.
Other blues with Parallel Thought.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good.
This we did the
Good
listening
mix,
party for
man.
this joint. This album feels criminally underrated this year. Like I said this when the album dropped, and I feel this even more now. Yeah.
We see you, Mega. We see you.
I said this. I said this to the listening party when the album dropped. But like this project in a space where I feel like rap is like so surrealist and like always trying to like extrapolate on like kind of intangible concepts almost. Def C feels like so grounded and sobering in a space like this, especially like in a niche where like abstract hip hop is like it's in the name. It's supposed to be abstract and shit.
Yeah.
But the way Def C like levels just on a rap like on a level as like an artist, like him starting with Chicago Famous, and he's like nigga, he's like, I'm not even Chicago famous, bro. I'm a teacher, I'm a regular nigga. And I feel like the way he expounds on like these almost mundane concepts, but he has a way of making them like very heartfelt. Like with the you still rap shit, like that's some real shit.
Yeah,
That's some real shit. And like him speaking to the notion of like you meeting someone a long time ago, and then them seeing you late years later, and like them approaching you like you're the same person that they met back then. Like that's some real shit. And I feel like that's not something that's like really explored in music, and just him discussing like leveling on a level where it's like, nigga, I'm a rapper, I'm an amazing rapper, I put on these great works, but like I'm a regular nigga and I got a regular ass job. Like I'm no different than you. And people approaching him on a level like, nah, you're supposed to rap to be like a superstar or some shit. He's like, nah, it's for the love of the game. I love shit like
this.
that.
That's something.
This is the only vinyl I brought this year. This is the only vinyl I brought this year.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And for Def C, like I think that's something I've always really loved about Def C, but haven't been able to put it into words until you just did. He raps so
Personable.
like so personally, but in such a pinpointed way, like in such a specific personal way. And all of the way that he intertwines all of these small details into building up what his life is just fantastic. I haven't listened to this album nearly as much as I should from the way you're describing it, and I've heard it a few times now. It's great. But great. Like because that August for Non album with Def C, like that album for me is like that's one of my favorite albums ever.
Yes.
And like the reason it is because he just describes everything like as it is in such a direct way. And like there are metaphors in there, but those metaphors don't obfuscate anything. Those metaphors just kind of bring you more into what he's saying. Like he says, like, thought we were falling in love, not a hungry mouth. Like that places everything you could possibly want to glean from it right then and there. You know, there's no poetics behind that's going to conceal what it means. It is just very literally what it is, you know. And then like that is Def C's superpower and the thing that makes me love him so much. I need to listen to this album more.
You have to honor other blues, right? Because if you were doing a greatest hits, a Def C's greatest hits album, there's at least 2 songs from this that have to be on there.
Word.
Probably, yeah.
Big Sisters and Graduation Picture. Big Sisters and Graduation Picture.
Yes,
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, there's at least 2. Maybe Ben Grimm. Honestly, I love Ben Grimm too. But there's a lot.
Casket Races is also a fucking like Def C.
Anytime you're putting out an album that's adding to your greatest hits, you're doing great. You're doing fucking great. Like,
you're doing right.
Great year for Def C, absolutely. And this album's awesome.
You good?
No, like this album came out kind of early in the year, I think, and I like what Trey was saying earlier. Like it didn't even come out early; it came out in like June.
Like
but one of the things that Trey said earlier in one of her conversations is that, like, our attention to value of albums that are not recent, like we tend to just like forget about them. Like this album came out in June, which is like halfway through the year, but I just didn't hear other people talk about it. And
Right.
this album exemplifies all the reasons that I love hip hop music. Like the production is fucking perfect for the MC. Like the MC chose the perfect beats. The MC also like scatters and does so many different looks and just approaches the real world in a way that is like your favorite cinematographer. It's not just a topic, it's that they took an idea and they zoomed in on it in such a tremendous way that even if you know what it means to be like an Italian in America, like Scorsese like punctuates it. Like the way that Def C fucking really pulls these out, like these ideas into focus, is like some of the best rap songwriting in the world. And for all the people that love Nas and what Nas does and the new Nas album with Primo, it's so tremendously weird to me that this album escapes that gaze. Like if you love Nas for what he does with writing and real hip hop and being on a beat that is like perfectly exemplifies all the elements of hip hop. Like, why did you miss this? How did you miss this? I understand why you miss this because B Dot didn't talk about it. But like, if you really sit in, tap into this, like Def C is like, he's not a MC who like is extravagant that dazzles you with language, but Def C is an MC who captures your attention and allows you to focus on a fixed point and does it in such a precise, incredible way. This album is great, and I'm actually like I am indebted to Trey for pointing this one out because, like I said, it's the one album that I purchased physically on vinyl this year. It is an album that Def C sent to me, and I did a review about, and I wanted to place this somewhere on my favorite albums of the year, but I lost kind of a place to put it when we're talking about Reese Langston and we're talking about all of these other albums, but at the end of the day, this is an album that has staying power, that is just like solid, like a triangle from top to bottom. Like it's unbreakable. Def C is literally one of the best contemporary rap MCs who doesn't like overstay his welcome for being a lyrical miracle. He doesn't try to reduce himself to being like a very like personable, like this is all interpersonal rap shit. Like he's a lyricist and he's so super good at finding a pocket on a beat and fucking like putting down an idea. And if you give him the opportunity to rap against other rappers who care about rap, he's going to body Planet Asia. He's going to body your favorite MCs. Def C has nothing to prove and is amazing.
He goes nuts on the Tomorrow Kings record.
I mean, like,
he goes nuts. He goes, it's intergalactic. But like they credit, when I talked to Tomorrow Kings, they said Def C is one of the best Chicago artists we've had in decades. Like, so
one of the best Chicago MCs of all time.
That's a hell of a thing. So I want to ask Trey does a question. When you make your list of the top 75 best white rap albums of 2025, right?
Win is number one.
Where is this? Is this the best of the whites or what?
It's got to be top 5.
See if he's the highest white person I have on my list.
We really got like Dose One, Prim. We've got a few.
Not Rich Jones.
Not really.
Memos.
Yeah, we've got a few. We've got a few. Fucking, we got Jesse the Tree. We've got a few.
Tree.
We got Alaska. We've got a few.
I think he's the highest white person.
Prim Rock dropped 4 albums. Prim Rock dropped 4 albums this year, bro. 4 fucking albums. If you put him behind, like, in front of Prim Rock, I'm angry.
I think I got Prim at him. But like,
Prim is number 1, bro. 4 albums. 4.
I gotta say something funny real quick. when Mega brought up Nas and DJ Premier, my music is on shuffle, and as soon as he mentioned them, fucking New York State of Mind came on.
Mega did that shit. Mega did that shit.
Oh,
God is on my side. God is on my side.
Anyways, back to other blues real quick. I feel like Def C, like I feel like so much of early rap and like shit, like songs like fucking Tupac, like Dear Mama, like that just supersedes like rap in a way where like everyone can appreciate it. I feel like Def C like really exemplifies like that element of hip hop music. And like even when you just like talk to him, like in the server and shit, like this nigga is like he talks to you on a very human level. He has like no airs about him. He's like connecting with you for real, and like that's really felt on songs like Big Sisters, where he's talking about like they're not his blood sisters, but like they're sisters.
Yeah.
And they like
I
they
do
got
wanna-
him.
Women are the best.
I do
They,
want to
like,
quickly do
they-
a quick no, you go Trey, and then I want to shout at Def C.
They like his experience of like him, like them, like helping him make like keeping him in line, like grappling with his like pride, grappling like concepts of misogyny, or like making women comfortable and shit. Like that is such a raw topic, and that is like something that's like not spoken of. So like to hear a male artist like
Bro,
put so much of that at like the forefront of his music, and like he has
Yeah.
multiple songs just about women on this.
Bro,
and it's
like
it's not even
like,
in a corny like othering way. It's like this is like
not at all.
the experience.
Like an educator way. Like an educator
Yeah.
way. He's obviously a teacher. He's an educator. Like Big Sisters, when I listened to that,
Maybe.
his whiteness did not
No,
have
Tree on
anything to
that
do
is
with that.
so good. Tree on that is so good.
When I was listening to that, I was expecting to be like, this is a story about fucking Rhapsody. This is a story about like Lauryn Hill. Like it is so perfect. Like it goes beyond his characteristics. The way he's able to just like exemplify all of that. Yo, like he's so fucking man. Def C deserves more
Everything.
accolades.
Yeah,
Accolades,
and
bro.
I'd like to say
fucking
like
amazing.
on the topic of like how like they had the Big Sister song and like how his championing of women is like a consistent fact part of his art. Like that's also a very active thing he does as a person as well. Like I remember there's a lot of times in the group chat when Def C was there going for bat for Riley. Def C don't know Riley, you know, but there's a real consideration of making space for women in these spaces. And when I left Rap Music Pub Podcast for a bit, Def C hit me up and was like, you know, I really appreciate that you were in this space, and that like that is a sincere and beautiful approach to the stuff he's saying and to the championing of women and for the loving of women that he consistently preaches through his art. It's brilliant, amazing.
I actually got into Def C for a very similar reason, but very different reason. When he did the album with August Fanon, the graffiti album, like Our Name's Written, like I noticed something about that. I noticed the deep adoration that he had for hip hop culture and graffiti culture and the things that he was saying in his relationship with graffiti artist friends, that it caused me to draw closer to him in the same way that you noticed his kind of like recognition of women. Like Def C is a like, I have never heard anybody say anything negative about Def C, but I have not heard enough people say positive about Def C.
Right,
And I don't think I could ever hear it.
Yeah.
He needs to be spoken about more. He's one of our greatest champions, one of our greatest artists in this culture today.
That's not even getting to the fact.
Yeah.
It's not even getting to the fact that this nigga has not had a less than great feature since 2020. This nigga has like every time I hear him on a project, I'm like, it's like he's giving the verse of his life for someone else, and I'm like, nigga, what are you doing?
He put me on to Joshua Virtue. I didn't know about Joshua Virtue until the Joshua Virtue shit on his album. He put me on to like when I heard Alaska on the show, I was like, yo, I told y'all Alaska was dope. Like on this album, he said on this album, he said on motherfucking casket races, iconoclast, you not that. I'm not who shot you in the drop top. License plate, Tupac back. He is so fucking crazy. Like, yo,
Yeah.
and like Def C, like for all the praise we're giving him for being a dope rap artist,
Right.
I, in all of my interactions with him, level-headed, dope, no nonsense, still poke you in the eye for being a bullshit ass nigga. He poked me and Trey in the eye at least once. Like, still poke a nigga in the eye for being bullshit, but just amazing, man. Def C, Parallel Thought, that production combo, it deserves all the praise in the world. This was an incredible choice.
Yeah.
I'm glad it was put out there because, like, given the opportunity, I want to shed love to Def C all the time. I just don't always find the place for it, and I'm glad y'all figured it out for me.
And we can.
God damn, bro!
I don't want to
look. This is real graffiti shit right here.
Right.
This is real graffiti
and
shit.
I don't want to
right
get
here.
into how like connective in terms of Def C as a person. Def C has said some of the most meaningful things to me of any rapper personally, like 1-to-1, right?
For sure.
He a man, bro. He a man.
My
He a real
family
man.
loved
He a
him, like,
human.
it's beyond all that shit. But like, I guess as an artist, the compliment I would give is I would quote my wife, right? That my wife has the highest compliment she gives
Wife dropping bars.
is she's like, oh, sometimes I forget this is somebody you know. So
I don't like to give Def C a lot of props because he's real tall, and I hate on tall people as much as I can.
I don't give him props.
I heard he's a tall person. I don't want to give him a lot of props.
But
if I see him, I'm a hate. I'm a hate in person. I'm like, yeah, what are you doing?
And just be so into the music that she's like, oh damn, like I just thought this was some ill shit on the radio, you know, like, and that's how it is with Rich Jones. That's how it is with like some of these cats that are like super.
Shout out Chicago, bro. Chicago's insane.
Chicago crazy, man. Like
Solar
I think
5,
like
Solar 5, yeah.
Like my relationship with Chicago is a little bit different. Like
Nigga,
I'm a
Rama's from
Galapagos
Chicago.
4 fit. I'm a Galapagos 4 kid though. Like I'm a Quell, I'm a Quasar, I'm a Off White, I'm a fucking Netherworlds, I'm a Galapagos 4 cat. Like I'm a Juice, I'm a like all these cats. You know what I mean? Like I'm all these cats. Like Chicago was a little bit different for me when it came to you know what I mean? Like Mole Man, it was like a little bit different back then for Chicago, but we all love it. We all appreciate it, and it's like it's really dope. Man, like we have so many people within our community who
listening to Do or Die.
Oh, you want to do Do or Die lyrics? Yeah, I'll do it with you right now.
No.
You wanna ride with me? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait, hold on, Daniel. 7:00 p.m. Yeah, you know that shit. You don't know that. You know that.
I gotta go. I gotta do the gifts and stuff. I gotta buy gifts for people.
All right, Daniel.
Dan, real quick. What's the album of the year? Drop it right now.
Number one.
Pale Black Negative. Is it that one?
Of the year. Let me pull up my list here. There's so many. Because there's so many that are like, I don't know. Albums live and they become personally important to me. Mm-hmm. I'll tell. Instead of that, I'm gonna tell you a weird story, a bonus story. So
this nigga Dan love to talk more than me. Y'all don't say that, but he like to talk more than me.
Talk for 6 hours.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So my album of the year, Sortilage, you know, but I got to talk to Preservation and Gabe, and in the bonus content available through Patreon, I told them the first time I get to sit with Prez and Gabe, giants of the shit, and I'm like, yo, I just got a vasectomy recently. And I'm like, the doctor said it's quick and easy, it's no big deal. You can just put on music while you listen to it. And my first thought was, oh shit, what's my vasectomy playlist? Like, what is
I know what you put on. You put on that Barack Obama respectability politics summer playlist. It was like, I love it.
Because I don't want to bump too hard while getting a vasectomy, right? I don't want to be rocking too hard. He's got to do his work. So I actually got to play some of the music it's an album called Ritual by Rita Dante, and it's like 3-4-5 or 2-3-4. Habana to El Humo y Azul, and then Cale Libertad. It's like a Latin folk album. Yeah, that it was like that was my vasectomy music of 2025. So that's how I'm leaving the chat, bro.
This nigga Dano is too fucking interesting for me,
Shout
man.
out
Like,
Dan.
tell me you listen to the clips when you got your fucking nuts clipped. Like, don't make it weird for me.
So be it. I
Yo,
can't do
Dan.
that, man.
Yo, Dan. You know I call you my super twin. You know I
Yeah.
call you my super twin.
Always.
You my brother. I love you. I appreciate you, brother.
Y'all don't
Thank
even
you for
look
putting
alike.
this together. We gonna like next year gonna be fire for all of us. Like hit me up anytime, G. I'm with you. I'm with you in
Absolutely.
Rockland.
Look,
Thank you, Dano.
100%. We know
Yeah.
who we are. But I would say
Yeah.
there's only one thing I wanted to like, because y'all know how I love you, but I wanted to state on record how much I've learned from Trey Does, because I disagree with Trey Does on every fucking thing. But Trey is so goddamn smart that when Trey's on the other side of the issue, I can't wait
Nah.
to read the explanation.
Nah, this nigga be stealing my ideas all the time.
Can't
Remember
wait to read the explanation.
in the group chat we was like, we
Yeah.
should just do one topic for
Mega.
each group. I said that fucking weeks before, like a
Yeah,
week before,
you know-
and he took
you know
my
what it is,
idea and tried to make it
You're-
seem like he
you're-
was the one thinking about
you're
it.
drunk,
This
old
nigga
man.
Trey steal from me all the time. Wait until you start talking about bifurcation and all types of. Wait until you say
Yo,
you're
but
Marxist.
wait,
I hate this.
you're talking
I
about
hate
that.
Trey. I hate Trey. Why you say that shit, Dano? Get the fuck out of here. I hate this nigga, man.
Yeah.
And Mega doesn't appreciate my talent, so I appreciate you. I might jump ship and join, Free Music Empire. I might have to jump ship.
He might get fucking excommunicado out this bitch. Me and Cozy gonna kick him out for being fucking
yeah.
racist.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out
But
to
thank you,
Dan.
Dano, man. I love you,
You're-
G. I love you,
you're our
Dan.
first
I
white
love you,
guest.
Dan.
Shout out Dan, first white guest.
Woo! Yeah.
Gotta
Fuck
love
yeah.
Oh shit! That is the first white guest.
Yeah.
it. We done, man.
We had two.
He
other
not even the
guests
guest.
who were
He the
black
OG. He the one. He the organizer. Shout out to the
right.
white
Yeah,
man
Dan
leading us
really
in the
the
path of
master guest.
righteousness.
I knew this podcast would be awesome, so I'm happy for that. But yeah.
Yo, shout out Dano.
I'm
All right,
ahead
now
out,
we
man.
about to get into
right, peace, man.
novelists. The
Wait, no,
12
wait,
days
wait,
of
before-
Christmas.
Before that,
In
before
the
that,
end,
before that,
what's
before
up
that.
with the minutes is left standing.
Yeah. The only left. Okay, before we get into the novelist project, I've been watching Dragon Ball, nigga.
I didn't listen
I've
to
been
the
watching
novel.
Dragon
What
Ball,
episode? What episode on G Funk?
I have finished the Saiyan saga. I've finished it.
Oh,
I'm
you
at-
surpassed me then.
Yeah, I'm on episode 39. Yeah, I need to work. I'm on episode 39.
You played me, G. I thought I was on episode 31, and then
My bad.
you like didn't say nothing, and then you just jumped 10 episodes.
My fault.
I was trying to keep up with you.
No,
But you pass it. You pass it. I know the story. Trey know the
so
story.
great. It's so crazy how good it is. It's actually nuts. It's actually
Bro.
nuts how good it is. Because I was
Really
like,
good television.
I was watching it expecting like I watched Dragon Ball and I was like, this is pretty good for insert time. This is pretty good for. But Dragon Ball Z though, like the way the entirety of the way that the show is paced, if you ignore the filler, is just masterful, dude. Like from the way the Raditz, I haven't gotten to the fuck shit in Namek. I know that there's some fuck shit in Namek. I don't.
It's
need to
gonna
go
go.
about
It's
it.
gonna go.
Yeah.
But
But I mean,
we're
right
together.
now, the
Me and